Live from the Hollywood Palladium in Hollywood, California, you're watching the Trevor Project's Trevor Live Red Carpet live stream. I'm Cheryl Lazar from What's Trending, and joining me for the first year ever. This is your first time at Trevor Live and live streaming, so you're just jumping right in.
Today is the best day of my life. There's no better way to end 2015 than to be here tonight with you. First of all, you look stunning.
Oh, thank you. Todrakal, everyone. Todrakal. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
You look stunning. What is this that you are wearing?
This is just a little Jeremy Scott exclusive. I got this at the Mosquito store.
Oh, exclusive.
I had to eat ramen noodles for about 4 months to afford this suit today, but I had to step it up because I was going to be standing next to you.
It is beautiful.
Congratulations on your face.
I don't even know what to say to that. Thank you. Thanks to my mom and all those watching in Canada. Shout out to you. And thanks to everyone watching at home and supporting this. This is the 4th year that I'm part of this and live streaming.
I've been watching it for the past 4 years with you and Tyler, and I have to say, shout out to Tyler.
Tyler Oakley, you're here in spirit. We miss you.
I miss you so much.
But of course, he's a huge part of this organization. Yeah. He's on the board. He's raised so much money, and that's what it's about. I know you're excited for a lot of the celebrities attending and performing.
I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see Rachel Bloom from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. I'm her biggest fan. And Titus Burgess and Cheyenne Jackson are performing. And I heard the rehearsal today, and he was killing it. No pun intended.
We are not worthy. It was one of those moments where like, what do we even do for a living?
Why are we even here? We should just put the mic down and just let Cheyenne just do it all for tonight. But we're here for a great cause, raising money for this amazing organization that's done so much to change so many people's lives.
Yes, Trevor Project is the largest national organization that helps the LGBTQ community, youth specifically, with suicide prevention and crisis intervention and around bullying. It's enormously helped so many people around the world.
Yes.
How many people every year?
It's 200,000. Over 200,000 every year, and this year, whoop whoop, they're turning 17.
Happy birthday, Trevor Project!
Happy birthday, Trevor Project!
So let us actually tweet us #Trevor Live because we're taking your comments, commentary, questions for everyone making their way on the red carpet today. #Trevor Live. So let us know what would you tell your 17-year-old self? Maybe you're actually younger than 17.
No, you're not 17.
So what are you excited for when you're 17?
What are you going to say to yourself when you're 17?
This is a night to celebrate and acknowledge that we are not alone. We are all here to help each other, and helping us on the red carpet today is a YouTube star and a big part of the LGBT community, RJ Aguiar.
How's it going, guys? I'm RJ Aguiar, aka The Not Adam, and I'm gonna be your style correspondent for this evening. I'm joined by the lovely Mariah. We didn't really plan to coordinate tonight, but we just so happened to be dressed identically. Anyways, she is here because Toyota has been a massive, massive supporter of the Trevor Project for many, many years. If you remember, they were actually honored back in 2013 for their amazing work. But if you don't remember, that's okay, because we've got a video cut together just so that you can be reminded of the very, very important work that Toyota does with the Trevor Project. Let's take a look.
thank again for Toyota Financial Services, their incredible support, the many years here at this event, the gala, the live stream, because there's so many young people. Like, I have not seen an organization, a nonprofit, have so much incredible online social media support. I follow the Trevor Project on Twitter, on Facebook. They are on top of it.
They are amazing. And I grew up in a small town in Texas, and I wish that there had been something like this. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can be involved in Trevor Live and engage with other people like you and find people that are going through the same things and sharing the same stories that you share. And it's just awesome. Growing up as part of the LGBTQ community, I wish we would have had something like this when I was growing up.
And that's why we have to support it now. Like, they can't do their incredible work, which they continue to grow every single year without your support, raising awareness. It could be just, tweeting with the hashtag Trevor Live, sharing this live stream tonight. Obviously, if you can donate anything, even $1, you can tonight, trevorlive.org. There's also a bidding, an auction going on.
Ooh.
And so you can donate money and bid on really awesome things. All those things are available for you to check out tonight, trevorlive.org, and they will be announcing, I know, the winners at a certain point tonight. Also, we want to emphasize that a big part of the Trevor Project is their Trevor Lifeline. That at any point in your life, 24/7, you need help, support, you are not alone. There is someone out there to help you. They have incredible counselors and experts. That number is 1-866-488-7386, and we'll be bringing that up throughout the live stream.
Yeah, they have over 1,000 people that donate their time to help people just like you all over the world that need help or just need somebody to talk to in their time of need. And they've answered this year over 45,000 calls, which I think is an amazing amount of help that they've been able to give.
In many ways, you could say at every point they are saving lives.
Yes.
And that's what it's all about, helping each other, being there for each other. Now, we're going to be finding out more about the Trevor Project throughout the live stream and meeting some incredible talent. Joel McHale is hosting tonight.
Oh my gosh.
So he's going to be making his way on the red carpet soon. Tweet us your questions, hashtag Trevor Live.
I'm so excited.
I know. There's a lot of fun people.
This is like Christmas, but it's coming early this year.
It's the holidays. It's an annual tradition. As you'll see, you are now being welcomed into the yearly annual tradition and the family here.
Well, thank you so much.
So welcome, Todrick. In the meantime, here's more about the Trevor Project that you'll definitely want to know.
Welcome to Trevor Live. Welcome.
It's really like saving lives.
I love this organization so much.
Nothing gives me more pleasure or makes me more proud than to support the Trevor Project.
We're talking about acceptance, we're talking about love, we're talking about understanding.
That's what we're here for. We're here to help the youth.
This means more to me than any Grammy.
It's up to us to step up to the plate.
That's exactly what I think every kid needs to hear.
There's a reason to have hope.
Because they're going to be the future.
Hey guys, so I don't know if you guys know this, but this is a very, very calm space right now, but in just a few minutes, I feel like I'm gonna have one of the noisiest seats in the house because this is the Trevor Live Red Carpet Fan Pit, and I'm here with Marita. This is actually your second time at the Trevor Live Red Carpet, is it not?
It is. I was here last year and had a great time, so I came again.
Can you give us some highlights from last year? Like, what were some of the best moments?
Yeah, I mean, it was super fun. A lot of the cast of Modern Family was here. Oh, James Marsden.
Oh my gosh, Be Still My Heart. Speaking of Be Still My Heart, who are you most looking forward to seeing tonight?
Titus.
Oh my gosh.
Pinot Noir.
If he sings that tonight, it would just make my entire year. It would just, yeah. So I don't know if you guys know, but you can next year be one of the people in this fan pit. All you got to do is go to trevorlive.org/red-carpet-registration, and you could be one of these amazing people in the pit next year. But for right now, I guess, she's going to have to hold it down here with me. With that, let's go back to Shira and my favorite kind of hot toddy, Todrick Hall.
Thanks, RJ. It's great that we're, breaking in new talents here. RJ, it's his first year. It's your first year. I feel like the veteran, I guess, but it always feels new because there's new people, there's new celebrities. I also want to emphasize that all the resources that the Trevor Project has. You mentioned how growing up, you obviously possibly felt alone.
Yes, for sure.
We weren't where we were right now.
Exactly.
We didn't have social media.
Exactly. And it was a difficult time because everybody was being bullied, but there weren't people actively, I didn't feel, reaching out, trying to talk to those people who were different. It was one of those situations you had to figure out on your own. And even though we've come so far, there are so many people who still feel that way. And it's so great that people are going out of their way to create resources for those people to turn to.
How did you get through that at that point in your life?
Well, baby, I was doing ballet and cheerleading, and I was an African-American kid in the South, in the Bible Belt of Texas, so everyone was like, you should be playing football or basketball, and I didn't know what was wrong with me, and I didn't have RuPaul's Drag Race or something like that to look up to, and so I turned to my great friends that I had, and luckily I was surrounded by a lot of great people that told me that I was amazing, and maybe I was a little bit weird or quirky, but that was okay, and once I embraced that, I felt like I became who I am today.
Wow, you're very fortunate because a lot of people don't go through that. I mean, your parents were there for you.
Yeah, and they don't have, it's a very scary thing to come out to your family and say, I'm gay and this is how I feel, and not know how they're going to respond to it. And some people can really handle that pressure and have a great relationship with their parents, but some people know how their parents' religious beliefs or for so many reasons would be afraid to do that, and that's okay, that's perfectly normal. But I think the Trevor Project has, and Trevor just in general has so many different ways and tools and tips to help people with such a crazy chapter of their life.
And one of those tools is the Trevor Space. This is a safe and secure social networking site. I think there is a worry that if you go online in some of the bigger social networking sites, what if something gets out there? What if it's not safe? Trust is a big thing.
Exactly, and this is a group of people that are just like them, and people that are going through the same thing, and being able to communicate with people who share your story is one of the most amazing parts of coming out and being able to love yourself like 100% wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we have one of the co-founders of the Trevor Project, James, who will be coming up very shortly. In the meantime, we want to encourage you all to tweet us with the hashtag TrevorLive. We've been actually checking out those tweets right now. We'll give you a shout out if you do tweet it. Shout out to Troy, who said, if you're having suicidal thoughts or are scared, there are people trained to help, and that is so true. Some of you are tweeting our comments and quoting us, so thank you so much. Kelsey, shout out to you, who says, I'm so proud of RJ right now. True that, we're proud of RJ too. We want to remind all of you that you are not alone. If you need help at any point in your life, whether you're watching this live stream or 24/7 after this is over, you can call the Trevor Lifeline, 1-866-488-7386. That's 1-866-TREVOR, or for you, Trevor, 1-866 for you, Trevor.
That's a really great way to remember that.
That's a good way to remember it, because I always felt like I had to go back to this because you don't want to mess up that number.
Yeah,
that's
you don't want to call someone else and start telling them about your problem.
Add that to your speed dial. It's very easy. We're always on our phones right now. But there's the Trevor Space, which is an innovative platform that they've created. Also Trevor Chat, which is an innovative messaging tool that they've created, so you can chat directly with other people in that community, as well as the experts and people they have there that are there to help 24/7.
Yeah, and I just want to say one more thing to Troy, who just hashtagged us. Even if you're not able to give tonight, you just reposting what we're saying to your fans and followers is a huge help, because it's raising so much awareness. So thank you, Troy, for repeating what we've said and using the hashtag TrevorLive.
There you go. It. And we've been here, as I mentioned, What's Trending, me, Tyler, for years. We have so many fun moments that have been created on this very red carpet, and we're going to look back at some of those moments. We've had everyone from Lady Gaga here, Katy Perry.
Queen Latifah.
Darren Criss is a big favorite, but he is back. No, the Glee star, supposedly he's back tonight.
Yeah, and Alex Newell's here tonight as well, who is also from the Glee franchise.
But what's cool is we have new stars coming up, the young Hollywood stars coming
Rachel
to support.
Bloom, I know I've mentioned her already.
Yes, a lot of the American Horror Story cast.
Yes,
right?
And Cheyenne Jackson, who is amazing, and doesn't just have an amazing and beautiful face, but his voice is golden, and what he's doing tonight is going to really be tweet-worthy, I would say.
So let's actually look back at that moment with Katy Perry right now from Trevor Live a few years back. Welcome back to Trevor Live. We are back with the one and only.
I just tweeted about us.
I
retweeted
you.
All the Katy Cats are watching right now.
Claws up, Katy Cats.
And also tweeting their questions, hashtag Trevor Live. There's been so many amazing questions.
Oh, I can't wait. Let's do this.
And you're a Hero Award honoree. What does that mean to you?
It's very exciting. I think that the Trevor Project and I kind of have the same mantra, which I have used over the past year for myself. It's kind of like, if you be yourself, you can be anything. I used it for my film that I put out. And I think that we both believe the same things. And it's an exciting way to get out the fact that there is help if someone wants it.
Yeah.
And just someone to talk to if they need someone to talk to.
Exactly. That's always fun, right?
Which is great, yeah.
Someone to talk to.
No matter if you live in like a place that has 500 people or 5 million people or, just a place.
It's a great community.
And we have to give a little shout out. These people back behind
hear
right
them
there.
Screaming.
You can hear them
Hi,
screaming
everyone.
maybe. They've been waiting for you for hours and hours and hours. But there's tons of people watching from home. So if you have a question for Katy, tweet with the hashtag Trevor Live. But I need to ask you.
Yes, sir.
You have this huge spotlight on you from all around the world. You're, slaying the charts. You are, on the top of everywhere.
I'm just giving it a little break for right now.
Well, like a day.
A day, just a day.
Is that daunting at all? Do you feel, a lot of pressure, or is it something that you accept and you're willing to take on?
It's a fun job.
Good.
I know that there's a lot of work behind it, and I appreciate it, and I have to just kind of stop. I meditate now, which is really helpful. I wear like Chinese herbal pads on my back.
Oh, you got them on right now?
No, not yet.
Fashion.
No, yeah. I just have. I can't do it tonight. But I take certain breaks for myself, which helps balance everything out. And I don't know. I feel very honored and blessed these days. Like when I was in the middle of everything, I couldn't really absorb it. I didn't know what it all meant. And this year has really given me the time to figure out and see kind of like the fruits of my labor and see the songs that really affected people. And so I feel very proud of that. And
Awesome.
I hope to do that again.
It's so important, right, to step back and acknowledge what's going on, because you could go through life and just be reacting.
Well, it helps prepare me for the next run, to kind of like put my finger on the pulse of what the people think and read their temperature and go back to the drawing board with that in mind.
Totally.
Were you bullied when you were growing up? I mean, I know you had your own journey in terms of your career.
I've seen the movie. I know.
I know. I mean, I've seen.
I was bullied later on in life.
Adult bullying. It happens to everyone.
It happens to everyone. No, I mean, like, I know this is kind of a funny thing, but I remember one thing in particular, which is kind of interesting, is I appreciate it now. I've learned to grow into it. As sometimes it's like it's growing pains when you're younger. Everybody goes through growing pains. Some people get bullied, but I remember I got a part in a play, and I didn't think that the theater people really liked me because I would swoop in and get the solos really quickly, and I wasn't necessarily a part of the clique because I was kind of hopping around to all kinds of different clips. But the guy that didn't like me crossed out my name and said, over-the-shoulder boulder holder. That's okay. I'm okay with that now.
But look at her now.
So what advice can you give people who are dealing with those downs in their life and those obstacles, and how do you deal with that?
Well, I think that you can find a community online with Trevor Chat, too.
And Trevor Space.
And Trevor Space. There is, like, all these new technical opportunities for people to come together as a community who might feel a little outcast, but I think that outcast is kind of like the new.
Cool?
Yeah, it's. I think it's a cooler person by definition.
And we'll see a lot of.
I was an outcast, and I think I turned out all right.
You turned out pretty good.
I think so too.
I mean, okay, I'm not trying to be full of myself, but I'm just trying to say there's hope.
There's hope for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody can overcome.
Yes.
I think that's the takeaway for Trevor Project.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lastly, we did have a Twitter question about your new album.
My new album, yeah, everybody's. It's like asking me about a baby that I don't have in my belly.
But you can imagine.
I mean, I have it in my head a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. The new record, I can't say too much about it, but I do know that I will have to be creative on this next one. I don't think I could duplicate what I did last time.
I think you could do better.
Well, I will definitely try out some different things.
I see it coming.
Hopefully we can all grow together as a group.
Katy Perry, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so
It was
much.
I
great.
appreciate
And
it.
supporting
I'm
this
excited
cause.
for tonight. Yeah.
It really means a lot to everyone
means a lot
watching.
to me, and I am very proud to be a hero
Of
tonight.
course.
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Enjoy
the
Cats.
show.
Thanks.
Thank you
cool
again.
iPhone cake.
Back with 4-time Olympic gold medalist Greg Louganis and his beautiful husband.
Of course, a lot of
My
beauty
beautiful
here.
husband. He is.
How's
Yes.
everything? Nice to see you another year.
Good. I know. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it. We were
Crazy.
saying just how crazy everything is. It's slow. It's crazy. It's slow. Last week actually was World AIDS Day.
World AIDS Day. I was in Missouri and I was speaking there, and then I went to Philadelphia fight, and so I mean, it was wonderful.
It becomes, well, it's a day I feel like a lot of people come together like to acknowledge those who obviously have been impacted and affected. We
Right.
also need to celebrate what's possible with living with
Exactly,
HIV.
exactly. That and that's what I started with all, all the people who came before, Rock Hudson and Freddie Mercury and Ryan White, who's a good buddy of mine. But the thing is, how far we've come, as far as treatment, and now we have PrEP, and there's so much on the cusp of what's the possibilities are.
Yeah, definitely. And we were talking about, of course, then Charlie Sheen kept you busy.
I know.
Which is, I hate.
Damn it.
Right?
No,
Well, because you become
it was
this voice
actually-
for every time I feel like now someone comes out and is HIV
Right.
positive, you become the go-to voice of it.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's so great. I mean, it's there's so much more hope, and also, it is a different perspective. I mean, I'm a gay man. I've been living with HIV since 1988. I was diagnosed, and so. It's kind of nice to be a trailblazer, but sometimes I think maybe my timing sucks because because there's all of these things happening. But I'm just grateful to be here and grateful to be a
Definitely.
part of such a wonderful group. I mean, the Trevor Project is so important because I remember being that kid, who, I attempted suicide when I was young, thinking nobody would understand me and accept me. And so what they're doing tonight and honoring Michael Lombardo, he had the courage to take my documentary back on board on HBO, and I'm just so thrilled and honored.
Definitely.
How do you think your life would be different had you had something like the Trevor Project when you were in a state where you might have considered attempting suicide?
Well, you know what? I had friends around me that kind of kept me safe. And that's what the Trevor Project is. We live in a new day and age too, with mass media and social media, that we have those abilities to connect. The emails and messages that I'm getting are just so encouraging. Young men coming out about their HIV status and reassuring them that it's okay. And also, everybody assumes that Johnny's positive, but he's negative, and I'm positive. But we go in for treatment. We go in and get tested, and you can have a healthy, loving relationship.
It's not over. Life
It's
isn't
not
over. It
over.
continues, and there's a lot of positivity out there.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, and it does get better.
Well, thank you so much for also helping us get rid of that stigma, because I know there are a lot of people in this community who are so afraid of this. I've actually dated people who are positive, and I'm in fact negative, but I had to educate myself and be aware of what you can do to keep yourself safe, and so that you just know. And I unfortunately was one of those uneducated people who just didn't take the time to figure it out and who didn't know. And so it's awesome to hear your story.
That's so great.
And I'm still here.
Yes, you are.
You
I'm looking
are.
fabulous. Might we add?
Energy.
Greg said his timing sucked in a way, but I don't really think it did. I think he came here for a purpose.
Yeah.
At
Preach.
the time
Yeah.
when he did come, and he has
Somebody
20
had to do it.
Someone had to do
Oh my God!
it.
You see,
Someone
this
had
is,
to be
I'm feeling
there,
like already
you
chills, like I'm
know?
gonna cry on this carpet
So-
tonight. Like for real, because I feel like you could be in the moment here. We're all talking. We're all human, and there's this connection. And when you're saying that, I'm like, I see the love that in the way you say it, and it's true. There's so many pioneers and trailblazers here,
That's right.
and people that have such a voice and that are impacting everyone watching. All these young people, and it's just an amazing world we live in today. If you were gonna tell your 17-year-old self something, what would you tell that person, since it is the Trevor Project's 17th anniversary. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. You know what? I wrote a letter to my 16-year-old self. You can read it on Huffington Post in my Gay Voices blog, but it's really heartfelt, and it really comes from a really strong place, because I did try and commit suicide. I felt like the world would be a better place without me, and that it does get better, and that I wanted to embrace that little 16-year-old boy and reassure him that you're going to be okay.
Well, great words to wrap this up. So many more insights. I'm sure online you continue to share great messages.
Oh yeah.
Twitter, Huffington Post,
Twitter,
everywhere.
Greg@Games.com.
There you go. And now we're going to go back to RJ, who's near the photographers on the carpet.
I thought we agreed we weren't going to match. Well, one of us is going to have to change. Oh, hi. We're having a lot of fun already here on the red carpet, and we're going to be having a whole lot more fun at the gala and the dinner and the after party tonight, but it is very, very important to remember why it is that we are actually here. Tonight, just like any other night, is going to be all about saving young lives, and that's why tonight, just like any other night, Trevor Project is going to be collecting donations. If you go to trevorlive.org, or you can even text to donate at 310-929-4644. Once again, that number is 310-929-4644. You can actually make a donation to this amazing cause. After all, every suicide is 100% preventable. And if you yourself are in need of some help, or if you know anyone that is, obviously you can always call the Trevor Lifeline, 1-866-4U-TREVOR, 24/7. There will be people there to remind you that you are loved and that you deserve happiness, and that people out there, including me, love you. And with that, I'm going to throw it back to Shira and to Toddy. What's going on over there, guys?
To get Wilson with
Sean is working on it down there, but he got lost in the middle of the carpet.
Well, we just saw Wilson Cruz pass by. You're a big fan.
I love him. I became a fan of him at Noah's Ark, but now we go to the same gym and we always talk about great things, and he's such a huge supporter of the Trevor Project, and I just love him. And he looks amazing tonight on the red carpet.
He does. Also, a friend of ours from YouTube, Raymond Braun.
Love him as well.
Right? He's been starting some cool stuff on YouTube recently.
He's doing like a lot of huge things and being a huge mover and shaker and educating us, and also getting the LGBT community out of the YouTubers together to band together to support projects much like this, and he's just an amazing person, and I love what he's doing for the community and for the YouTube.
And there's also some other online stars who will be attending. Hannah Hart and Ingrid from Miss Glamorazzi. Hangrid, as some of the web folks like to call them, a hot couple.
Yes, they
now.
are.
You're out and about. I'm like, can I join your? You're like a power couple.
Exactly. I want to be in there. They're like basically the LGBT, the Jay-Z and Beyonce at this point.
Yeah, or I was gonna say Brandon and Angelina.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, same thing. They're the YouTube Ellen and Portia, I would say.
That's a great one. I like
thank you very much.
We got to say that to them if we see them.
Such
Hopefully
great people.
RJ might get them if they're doing some of their shots on their carpet. We have a lot more people coming. Joel McHale's, of course, hosting this event tonight.
Yes.
We have the co-founders coming up soon, as well as I know some of the other organizers of the event. It's important to know, instead of just all the people here and the glitz and the glam, to know why we're here. The Trevor Project is the largest national organization that supports LGBTQ youth through many ways. They have their Lifeline, they have Trevor Space, which is a safe and private social network where all youth can come together and get help 24/7.
Yes.
So many tools, but of course those tools wouldn't be available if it weren't for the help of those donating money.
Yes, and that's where you come in. We need everybody to do their part. Give any donation that you can, even if the donation is 50 cents. If everybody watching gives a little something, you would be surprised at how far it will go. And also make sure you're using the hashtag Trevor Live just to create awareness. Make sure everyone that you know is watching this tonight, because this is the event of the season. Right?
It is an annual holiday tradition. We also have a bidding and an auction on trevorlive.org. I know there's a lot of cool things there, so when you donate, you can also get something cool with that. And they'll be announcing those winners tonight, so we're going to encourage you to do that as well. And so there's so many ways to get involved. And right now, there are more ways that you can reach out to the Trevor Project and they can get back to you. So here are some of those ways. We're going to be showing you that right now.
I was feeling so alone. I was going through a really difficult time.
I was embarrassed and a little scared. I didn't want to bother anyone.
I didn't think they'd understand.
I thought it would just make things worse.
It was tough at first, but I did it.
It ended up taking a huge weight off my shoulders.
I feel a lot better.
I'm glad I asked for help.
I asked for help.
I asked my teacher.
I asked my aunt.
I asked the Trevor Project.
Now, I feel like I can get through this.
I know that I am brave.
You can do this.
Whatever it is, ask for help.
If you're thinking about suicide or need support, call the Trevor Lifeline at 1-866-488-7386. Trained counselors are there to help 24/7. Ask for help.
There you go. So much great stuff that the Trevor Project is doing. Ask for help. That's what it's all about, realizing that you're not alone. I'm so excited because we have someone from the YouTube universe and beyond joining us. Someone we were actually talking about. I wasn't sure if she was going to make her way here, but she is. The one and only Hannah Hart is, and Ingrid, two of them.
Oh my gosh.
It's almost like we visualize that, and
we called it into an existence for sure.
Because we were just talking about them, and I wasn't sure if it would happen.
Hannah Hart is one of the hugest YouTubers, and I loved her already. I was a huge fan. I actually had the opportunity to collaborate with her recently. It hasn't come out yet, but just to sit and talk to her and the wisdom that she has and how much love just pours out of her mouth when you talk to her is so amazing. I'm sure that you know that already.
Yeah, I've known her from the beginning. I feel like this is weird because they're going to be coming up as I'm talking about them. No, I mean, she moved to LA. We covered her videos on What's Trending, and then to see how much she's grown and her and Grace and Mamrie,
so humble.
And getting to live events and movies. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun to see how much our worlds have all grown. I mean, you know it because you were on YouTube, and now you know TV show. You're doing live events. I mean, the universe is expanding. You're working with Beyonce,
and everybody is like starting to realize how important these social media influencers are, and just how much power they have, and how fashionably dressed they are.
Look at that! We're cutting to a
and
jib
here
shot
she is.
of them walking up right now. Hi. I feel nice to see you.
You look lovely.
You look lovely. It's always a reunion.
It is always a reunion.
This is like how I see you now.
I know. Well,
yeah. We're all so busy.
We see each other for good causes, like this one.
Exactly. Thank you, Hannah. For just reeling that back.
Now you know me. I'm just like, let's do it.
Is this your first year here?
At Trevor Live? Yeah.
Welcome.
Awesome. It's my first too.
It is. Yes. And you're already here hosting. How's it going so far?
It's going great. It's going great. I'm here. Tyler normally does this, as you know. I've been watching it for years, so it's kind of surreal to be here in person and supporting such an amazing project.
So why do you think an organization...
You're doing a great job. That was perfect.
Thank you.
Seamless.
We had scripts running, teleprompter.
No, you guys can't
he's
see this,
awesome.
The whole thing.
He's awesome. So why do you think it's important to support an organization like this?
Well, I think any organization that works to continue to support lives is a good one. And I think that the Trevor Project is one that, a lot like our internet community itself is about people supporting people and creating resources for people to reach out to each other and help each other out. So, it's a worthy cause, and I'm happy to be here.
What did you do to overcome bullying when you were younger? Did you go through that?
I mean, to be totally honest, I think one kid was mean to me once, and then I said something meaner back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. It's not right. It's definitely. It just is. Yeah, I know. Kids. No, and I felt horrible about it. So I guess the best way to overcome bullying is just to find something nice to say, not only to them, but also to yourself. Because I think what happens is when people voice these insecurities and these fears that you have about your own self, you start to voice them back. And I think that's where the trouble really starts. So you have to just greet negativity with positivity.
I agree. And then in terms of your own coming out story, were you always this confident about yourself and who you were? Like, was there ever a moment where you questioned yourself, and how did you get through that?
Oh man, I guess I wasn't really confident in myself and who I was until I stopped saying I was straight all the time. That was tough.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time. I was like, I'm the straightest person you could know. No, I think it's a journey. I honestly think that I have a joke I always say to my sister, which is confidence is a lie. And in a lot of ways it is, because you kind of just have to constantly reassure yourself, because I don't think insecurities ever really go away, but the way we coach ourselves through them, that can truly evolve. So it's a journey. It's a process.
Well, you're an amazing person, and I know that you have a huge, like, hands-on experience with your fans. I've watched you tweet and respond, and that's a huge part of what your channel is built on. You take requests and things from them. When you have kids, or say someone out there is watching you who's a huge fan of you, what is your advice to someone out there who is dealing with these issues right now and may not have the confidence to say something back or stand up for themselves? What would your advice be to them?
Stick around. I always say that, you know, you have to go slowly but don't stop, and you know, all those good motivational Pinterest things, like even if all you can do today is breathe, then seriously, yeah, no, that's good.
Do it. Well, you do that. You have so many quotes that are motivational that are like your own puns. What are your favorites?
Oh God, what's one of my...
Too many.
I know.
No, what's all right? Because I feel like so many T-shirts, mugs. I'm like, where is it?
Practice reckless optimism, guys. That's what we say over at the Hearto family.
That. I've never heard that.
You haven't, because it's our motto. Practice reckless optimism basically means that, you know, we have this idea that optimism is such a naive thing, but I like to think that reckless optimism is a very practical, pragmatic look at the world and choosing to be optimistic along with that. You know, so it's not like, oh, I won't lose my bag at the airport. It's, even if I do lose my bag, everything's going to be okay.
I love it. We have some tweets at Love Your Ardo. I love I love the Twitter accounts dedicated to you. Isn't like the band, like how they mix in different things. Hannah, what is your favorite thing about the Trevor Project?
What's my favorite thing about the Trevor Project? I guess it would be that it exists and that it brings us together and it brings people together, and it's helped people out and saved, you know, honestly, probably countless lives.
Yep, it does every single year. And do you have a date tonight?
Me? Yeah.
Where is she?
Ingrid?
She's not here.
Oh, she's taking pictures.
The heart bit, or
heartbeat?
No, heartbeat.
Grace?
That's the other one. No, hell, wait, I'm like mixing up all your.
You're talking about Mamrie?
I get shipped with a lot of people.
How many shipping? But you have your ultimate ship right now.
I mean,
Hangrid. That's it.
Word.
Hangrid. Is that it?
Yeah, it is.
I can't even keep up.
Yeah.
It's cute though.
She is. I think she's stunning.
I think it's the cutest thing and sweetest thing ever.
It's good because we're both short people, so it works out really well.
With big personalities.
With big dreams.
I agree. Well, thank you so much, Hannah Hart, for being here today and supporting a great cause. More years to come.
Yeah, and thank you guys for hosting the live stream.
Nice to see you, as usual. And you'll be tweeting. Remember when you tweet #Trevor Live, because we got to get it trending.
#Trevor Live.
And keep those questions coming in. Coming up, we have the co-founders of the Trevor Project. We're going to hear more about how the organization came to be. After this, we're going to go to RJ right now for a little bit, and then we're going to come back with James and Peggy. Okay, thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
How's it going? Once again, I'm here next to the Toyota. Once again, the Toyota's been a really great sponsor. I'm actually just waiting on an interview. He's just kind of wrapping up over here. But in the meantime, let me tell you a little bit about this particular organization. Not many people know that Trevor Project actually started because of a short film that aired on HBO, and it also won the Academy Award for Best Short Film that year at the Academy Awards. And after that, that's when the Trevor Lifeline first went online, and it has since been answering distress calls for 17 years going straight. I think it was around 139,000 hours continuously after that. And yeah, like I said, if at any point that you feel like you need help, 1-866-4U-TREVOR is the number to call. And once again, I'm going to throw it back over to Shira and Todrick.
Here we are, and your shoes.
Yes, we are back on the red carpet, complimenting each other's outfits. Co-founder James and Peggy of the Trevor Project. Another year, another Trevor Live. How's everything?
Oh, so great. Excellent. So grateful to be here and to see the outpouring of love and support for young people.
It continues and just grows every single year.
It is. I know that we always talk about how grateful we are, and this is a great way to market. And just this year, I mean, we are doing such incredible and innovative things. And particularly what I'm excited about is that we're actually reaching more young women than ever before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
so I'm
amazing.
through the texting program, so I'm thrilled.
Well, let's talk about that. Every year it continues to grow, which shows the importance of this organization. What are some of the milestones from 2015?
Well, we started the texting service, which really is the first of its kind in the country, and that's going to we're spreading it out the second day a week. And to be honest, in its second day of operation, we saved 2 lives. And so that's a lot to celebrate and be thankful for. And we reached over 200,000 youth over all of our services, 45,000 calls.
And Trevor Space is amazing. You know, Trevor Space is like a Facebook for kids and for LGBT and questioning kids, and that continues to grow and grow and grow.
Isn't it crazy to look back like this? This started from a film and a real story that was impacting your lives, and to see how many people are impacted by this. Do you meet people and then they're like, oh, I know that organization, and then they don't realize that you founded it, right?
Well, you know, this Thanksgiving, we were getting Thanksgiving dinner ready, and there was a group of people, and this amazing person who is sort of, you know, has a name like Kagan, and I wasn't sure whether it was she, he, goes by they, them, theirs, right? Yeah. And so there was this person standing there and just leaned over to me very quietly and thanked me for the Trevor Project, because the Trevor Project was there to save their life when they were a teenager. And things like that happen, and it just takes your breath away. That something that happened 20 years ago could be continuing to grow and change and affecting people's lives. And there's this living person standing in front of you. That's better than an Academy Award, really.
Yes.
And there's got to be so many people also that you're helping. I mean, I have never called into this, but I because of what it stands for, and because so many people are out there championing this amazing organization, there are so many people whose lives are being saved that we don't even know about, that we'll never hear. That's
and not just LGBT kids. You know, there's also so many of the kids that we talk to. They don't identify as anything really. They just are themselves with their name, and they call up because they're in crisis.
And I think it also, you know, somebody once said it takes a village to raise a child, and I feel like Trevor's the village, you know, for so many people who need it. And I know James and I are just sort of humbled that something like this, it's so much bigger than anything we ever thought it would be. And I love how it attracts and brings out the best in people who come like you to do a solid for Trevor.
You can't help but smile here. I mean, with everything, so many horrible things happening in the world, to have a night like this coming together, and hopefully we find those smiles and positivity every day of our lives, but sometimes we don't.
Yeah.
So to have an organization and a space like this to be safe and know you won't be judged.
And an event like this, I mean, originally when we started this event 15 years ago, it was meant to be a celebration of life. That was the purpose of it, was to just really have an evening where we're so grateful to be alive, and to send out the message to young people that there's life out here and they can live it. It's not that far away.
17 years, happy birthday.
Yay,
right?
we're teenagers.
What would you say to your 17-year-old self?
That there is a tomorrow, and that there is always help, and that you will get through the darker times. There's always a light, and sometimes you have to look a little harder for it. But what I would say to my 17-year-old self is, thank God there's an organization and help that's just a call away now, or a text or a chat away.
And I would say, you're right. You're right. It isn't crazy to be gay. You're not crazy. It's not a sin. It's not a crime. You're actually right. It's love.
Being yourself is love. It's okay. We have a tweet from @CraigH118. Thanks for tweets.
Hey, Craig.
Keep on tweeting with the hashtag Trevor Live, because we might give you a shout out or ask you a question. Has Trevor Project met all the goals you had when founding it?
Oh my God.
Way exceeded.
Thank you for that great question. I'm telling you, we barely had phones when we started this. So what I'm so proud of is that we've continued to innovate and continue to meet kids where they are. As you yourself know, look, we're here, we're streaming live.
Yeah, when this started, there was only the telephone. There was barely computers.
Telethons, hey, that's what it's like, a modern day telethon. Just tweet it.
Yeah.
Tweet-a-thon.
There weren't cell phones. There were barely computers when we started. So telephone was the only way the kids had of getting in touch with us. So yeah, before that it was rocks. They just clicked rocks together.
People can't even realize YouTube wasn't around, even in college. YouTube anyway. Yeah. We're gonna go way back now. We're getting in that mode of when I was young. We're gonna go to RJ right now, who is on the carpet with someone special.
How's it going, guys? I'm actually here with YouTube Power Gay Raymond Braun, my very good friend. You have been absolutely slaying it this year. What was it,
so much,
Out
RJ.
100 that you were honored this year?
It was a couple weeks ago. ago.
Yeah, and then you were actually there for the Supreme Court ruling. What was that like?
That was just incredible. I mean, I was on the steps of the Supreme Court when the decision came through, June 26th, and it's impossible to describe the energy there, but it was like a cocktail of like so excited, like so emotional. We were crying, we were screaming, we were laughing. It was amazing.
And then you were in Ireland for their legalization too. Did that compare, like the energy?
It was amazing. And I think that what was so cool about Ireland's marriage referendum, because Ireland was the first country to legalize same-sex marriage by popular vote. So the country, I think, felt a huge sense of pride that as a whole, they had voted for marriage equality to be legal.
And a lot of people were just like, Ireland? Really?
No,
yeah.
They had a lot of kind of past indiscrimination towards LGBTQ communities, so it was an opportunity for them to show that they're modern and that they're forward thinking, and so there was a lot of pride there. It was very cool to be there.
And so you've been involved with the Trevor Project for amongst your work online and social media, you've been doing consulting work for all of that. What is it about the Trevor Project mission that really resonates with you?
I think that what's so important about the Trevor Project is that they are a life-saving resource for LGBTQ youth. I mean, I grew up in a small conservative town in Northwest Ohio, and I know what it feels like to feel like you're the only gay in the village, to not know where you can turn to for support, and it's so isolating and it can be really scary. And so the fact that anyone in the country can now call Trevor Project and know that they can find that support and that they can find that resource when they're in a really dark place, I think it's so important, and anything I can do to celebrate and support their work, I will.
Fantastic. And as far as the event tonight, is there any performance you're looking forward to?
So I am especially excited to see Jazz Jennings. What she has done for trans youth and LGBTQ youth around the world is truly remarkable. She's such a role model. I want to be her. I learn from her. I mean, she's so inspiring. So I love you, Jazz. Can't wait to see you tonight.
All right. Well, you have fun tonight. Thanks so much for talking to us.
Congratulations.
Thank
I'm so
you.
excited to see his interviews tonight. So.
Oh, gosh. Well, you're the only one, I think. I don't know. Have a good night. All right. Shira and Todrick have someone over there. Guys, what's going on over the front of the carpet?
And we are back with John Savage and the stunning Blanca Blanco.
From Indubious Battle, a new movie with James Franco.
Yes.
Welcome.
We're very happy to be here and to be part of this event and amazing work that they do. And so we're here.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, I want to encourage anybody out there who feels a little confused right now, you younger people of the, we'll call it by the name LGBTQ.
Yes.
But as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't need a name. If you're confused and conflicted, call.
No matter what you feel you are, it's realizing you're not alone and there is help. Don't think that there's no hope, because there is.
Please.
Yes. That's the most important, for them to know that there's more people that are going through the same thing that you're going through.
Yeah.
And knowing that you can just call and someone can listen to you, and then you're going to feel better.
Yeah. And there's always a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes.
There's a light at the end of the tunnel, so just keep coming back to this kind of group here. These guys,
we're good people.
You know,
we're great people.
Who are you excited to see tonight?
Yeah.
Do you know who are you excited to see tonight? Joel McHale's hosting, and like there's crazy performances.
She told me it was going to be funny.
It is. There's
So
a lot of
that's it.
humor in it.
Yes.
Well, it is. Well, we are talking about a serious subject matter. What is great about this event, the Trevor Project, is it's musical theater. It's fun.
Yes, there's amazing performances.
Yes.
You're going to freak when you hear some of the stuff we heard during the sound check today.
Wow.
It's phenomenal.
My experience is, when I get down, is the other side of the coin, is there something funny in my tears? If I can get to that point, I'm going to be okay.
You have to find the comedy and the humor.
Yeah.
Because life is short.
Yeah. So God bless
what
you
would
guys.
Joan Rivers say? I tweeted out something from Joan Rivers. She has awesome epic quotes.
She does. I love
It's
it.
about finding humor in everything, because why take it so seriously?
If you know anybody, make a suggestion or help them out.
And that's
Call.
what we're here to do today. We have even more information we're going to be bringing you about Trevor Project, trevorlive.org. Donate right now. There's bidding going on for amazing things. There's an auction, so you can check that out at trevorlive.org too. And tweet us, #TrevorLive. We'll be asking those questions. I know Bart Baker, YouTube Star Extraordinaire, is coming up, and Abby Land, who's the Trevor CEO. So there's so much to find out about this organization and more reasons to get involved. In the meantime, we're going to go
Can
back
I
to
answer
RJ.
phones there?
Yeah, phones, tweets, whatever.
Sometimes she's not around. I need somebody to talk to.
Let's go to RJ right now.
Oh, okay.
How's it going, guys? I am with self-proclaimed activist Wilson Cruz. Is that a title that you invented?
I did invent it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It works. It works.
I'm very creative. You know?
It works really, really well. And he's rocking, I mean, I am the style reporter tonight. He's rocking a wonderful, like, perfectly tailored double-breasted ensemble. Give us a twirl there. It is fantastic. Now, Mr. Activist, yes, Trevor is not the only, you're involved with a lot of LGBT organizations, yes?
Yeah, you know, I have some favorites. The National LGBT Task Force, Trevor, obviously, the LA Gay LGBT Center, yeah.
And then what is it about the Trevor?
I worked at GLAAD for 2 years. I can't believe I skipped over that one.
Ooh, oh no. But what is it about the Trevor Project that keeps you coming back?
You know, for me, the Trevor Project is literally our community coming together and putting its arms around our young people and saying, whenever you feel that you aren't loved or that you are not aware of how special you are, give us a call. We'll remind you.
Yeah, was that ever something that you grappled with when you were younger?
Yeah, I mean, I was a young Latino gay boy in the 80s and early 90s. I mean,
that was a tough time. That was
a tough time, and so it was rough. But you know, I think what I needed was somebody that I could reach out to. I think that's what every young person needs, is, you know, to know that there's somebody in your life that you can turn to, whoever it is, if it's a teacher at school or if it's a family member or a sibling or whatever, but somebody that you can get some of this stuff off your chest.
Yes.
And if you don't have that person, that's what Trevor's here for.
Exactly. And they're actually celebrating 17 years of service. They're turning 17. What advice would you give to your 17-year-old self?
My 17-year-old self. You know, I think I would say not to get so distraught over how terrible I think my life was going to be, when actually it turned out pretty great. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I would have spent a little less time trusting my own abilities to have a great life.
Fantastic.
And I would say to young people, you know, create the wonderful life that you want. You can do that. You have all you have is time on your side. So go ahead and make that happen.
Could not have said it better myself. Is there any performance you're looking forward to tonight?
Well, you know, I always love Alex Newell, who's Insanity, and Cheyenne Jackson's a good friend, and I just think he's amazing.
I've heard him rehearsing. I don't know how he hits those notes without imploding. Oh my goodness.
He's a very talented young man, and you know, it's too bad he couldn't be more attractive.
Oh, you know. Thank you so much for talking with us. It's wonderful meeting you. We're going to throw it back over to Shira and Todrick. Who you guys have over there?
We are back with the CEO of the Trevor Project, Abby Lands. Welcome.
Hi. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. We're so glad to always have you participate. And Todrick, thank you so much for being part of this tonight.
Thank you for wearing that snatched, beautiful dress,
Thank
honey.
you.
I think you win Best Dress for 2015.
Come on, that is super cute.
Well, you know, it's a party, and we're celebrating the amazing work of the organization. And there's so many people here that support us. So I wanted to look my best.
And you do.
And you did. Thank you.
The Youth Innovator Award is going to Jazz Jennings. Can you talk about why you decided on her this year?
Sure. Jazz is amazing, and we decided on Jazz because she has just been such an incredible spokesperson and is so willing to tell her story and really is a role model for so many young people. And she's so honest about all the good and the struggles that she has gone through, and it's just really great, and she's going to continue to do great things. I had an opportunity to meet Jazz about 3.5 years ago, and I was blown away at her confidence and her just being so who she was. And then just to have watched her over these last few years, we are delighted to have her be our youth innovator. And she innovates every single day.
I mean, what an inspiration. She still feels young. Like 3 years ago, it's amazing how young these spokespeople are getting.
Yes.
But it's incredible. It's important.
And you know, so she's 15 now and is a typical 15-year-old and not a typical 15-year-old because she is so well-spoken. And so, again, the part that I love about Jazz is she's so willing to tell her story.
Yeah.
I love that as well. When you look around in this beautiful red carpet and all of these amazing people and huge influencers and celebrities coming out to just pour out their time and their talents to support something amazing like this, how does that make you feel?
Oh,
A lot of tears tonight. There are tears. While there's laughs, I must say there's a lot of tears that happen.
We've almost cried twice tonight.
You know, just that question has put a lump in my throat because it's overwhelming to have so many people love this organization and so many people want to help us do our work. And the compassion, I mean, you know, like we have over 1,200 people will be there tonight, right? And I give a speech during it. And though I'm nervous, it's like it's a room that so wants you to succeed, and they want every person there to succeed, and they want our work to succeed. So it is overwhelming, I have to say.
Let's talk about the landscape and community in 2015 and what you're looking forward to in the new year.
Sure. Well, 2015 was again a year of many, many young people reaching out to us. Overall, we served over 200,000 young people, so our work is really needed. In 2016, our work is needed, but we are going to focus our outreach efforts specifically in the South because we know that there is a huge backlash that our youth are experiencing there, and there's so many youth that need to know about us. So we're obviously doing all of our work, but we will do some extra outreach in the South through our Southern Initiative, which will really be important for us.
Well, let us know if you're in the South right now, wherever you are. Let us know where you are in the world. Hashtag Trevor Live right now. Well,
I have something very important to say. Thank you, Peggy, for being here. I am a queen, and after we come back, I am going to be screaming because the Niecy Nash is going to be taking the red carpet. I love her. Denise Hemphill from Scream Queens is going to be here.
See, yeah, you're an expert. Crazy ex-girlfriend, you're an expert. I feel like I'm like the expert. I know you guys, but he's like knows a lot of the
and
the
it's
shows.
Gonna be,
he knows like every show
my
and
heart
everyone.
is a flutter.
I can see it.
I'm fangirling a little bit.
Well, Abby, thank you so much for your continued work. I look forward to seeing you on
you.
stage tonight. And Niecy Nash coming up, as well as so many more people. Keep on tweeting. Hashtag Trevor Live. Let's go to RJ right now and see what's going on the red carpet over there.
Great. Thank you.
How's it going? I've got Mr. Gabe Quintero from Toyota. He's going to tell me a little bit more about the car that's behind us. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not a car person at all, but this doesn't run on gas, right?
No, it runs off pure hydrogen.
Okay.
So you actually go to a hydrogen station, fill it up, and then with atmospheric oxygen, we actually make electricity, and it just creates water and just spits water out from the back.
Wow. So it instead of leaving car exhaust, it just makes water.
Literally, it's a zero emissions vehicle, and it's actually the best mileage on any zero emission vehicle. It gets 312 miles on a pure tank of hydrogen, which would only cost anywhere from $30 to $40.
That is insane. When can we expect to be able to buy something like this?
Already. Actually, we started selling them just a couple weeks ago, so they're about $57,000, but you have about close to $14,000 worth of rebates and incentives from the state, and Toyota's also doing some stuff too. So it comes down to about close to 46 around or so, and it's very affordable considering you got 312 miles. It's electric vehicle essentially with a 247 pounds of torque, so it's a great power.
Fantastic. All right. Well, she's going to be keeping me company all night, and he's actually going to be keeping her company all night. But right now, Chira and Todrick have someone keeping them company right now. Let's see who they've got at the front of the carpet.
We're live right now. There you are. You're like Niecy Nash, everyone. Todrick wanted to make the introduction. He's a big fan.
I am so
I am
excited
too,
that
but
you're here.
Thank you.
You have made me and my boyfriend laugh so many nights when we're going through rough times. You're our sunshine. So how fitting that you're here at Trevor Live.
I appreciate that. I like being called the sunshine. I'll take it.
You are the sunshine. All right,
I'll
we're
take
gonna
it.
get taken down for a copyright if I sing "Sunshine of My Life" or whatever. Tell us about being part of this organization and this event tonight. Why it's important to you?
You know what? I was so happy when they asked me to be a part of it tonight. You know, I think it's anyone who reaches out to someone who is suffering, you know, or having a really, really hard time of it. I think it's just a blessing because we need one another. You know what I mean? We really do. And when you don't have anywhere to turn, an organization like the Trevor Project is just, it's necessary.
Mm-hmm. How did you deal with bullying or confidence issues growing up or in general?
Well, now here's the thing, you know, it was a little bit different in my day, you know, because we didn't have social media. You know what I mean? So a lot of people weren't as mean to your face. I mean, you know what I mean? They weren't as mean to where other people found out about it. It was kind of like the thing somebody, you know what I mean? You know, you kind of dealt with it after school. It's like, what you say it to my face kind of thing. But, you know, this day and age is so different. You know what I mean? Because with the social media, it almost gives you a license to get them, you know, to attack people in packs. You know what I mean? And that's unfortunate.
Well, we have a tweet out there from one of your fans.
Oh, we do.
R_Russick. Love you,
Hey.
Scream Queens.
Oh,
Which
thank you.
Chanel would you be?
Which Chanel would I be? I wouldn't be a Chanel. I would be Mama Denise. Y'all already know. You already know Mama Denise is dangerous. I mean, you got to be a bad girl to fight crime without a gun. Huh?
Exactly.
Come on, somebody.
Denise Hemphill rocks my world.
Thank
they
you.
Understand. I have a question. When Reno 911 and now Scream Queens, what is it with you and these cops? What's happening with that?
You know what? I don't know. Cops, nurses, medical profession, I have no idea. I don't know what it is. They just find me.
You look like you have something like you can take on some sort of responsibility for people for some reason.
I have
Authority.
I don't know.
Well, you're saving lives on television and you're helping save lives tonight. You see what I did?
I saw how you pulled that together.
Thank you.
You didn't even have
Did
any
you
notes
see that?
around
I
that.
didn't have any notes
I
around
like
that.
it. I like
just
it.
felt it, and I'm feeling a selfie right now. Do you mind?
Do a selfie. Can I be in the middle?
You
I
can
feel
definitely
bad.
be in this good
moment.
sandwich.
All
Here
right,
we
you're
go.
watching Selfies Live here.
Oh, yes. Here
Selfies
we
live
go.
at
Right.
Trevor Project.
And you
Now you got this is a beautiful light.
It is.
because
This
let
is
me
good
tell you
lighting.
what. Okay, if you don't tag me in that picture so I can repost it.
Baby, I'm gonna tag you 5 times. I'm gonna make sure you see this.
Okay, y'all heard him say it, right?
And I'm also gonna hashtag Trevor Live. Is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, you
Okay.
got it.
All right.
We got to make it trend tonight. It is the 17th anniversary of Trevor Project. What would you say to your 17-year-old self?
I would say to my 17-year-old self, it gets better. It gets better. You know, when you're young, you don't know what you don't know. And everything seems like it is super huge.
Yeah.
It's the last thing, hand to the brow, you know what I mean? And you keep living. And you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad. Oh, wait a minute, I survived it?
You better
Hey,
preach, Reverend Nash.
Come on.
Preach. Hey.
And time flies by as you get older.
Yes, it does. Yeah, you know, and I would also tell myself, be around people who make you happy. You know what I mean? A lot of times when you're younger, I don't think you realize you have a choice in who you hang around.
Yep.
Yes.
You know what I mean? As you get older, the crowd gets smaller because you realize you have a choice.
And you rather
But I wish I knew that, you know, a little younger. I would have thinned out the pack a lot sooner.
Well, thank you so much for being here and supporting
Thank
this
you.
great cause. Have a
Thank
great
you.
time inside. He'll tweet you, tag, everything. And we have Bart Baker, who's a YouTube music celebrity. I'm like, how do I introduce him? I'm not sure. No.
He's
Thank you so
amazing.
much.
Thank
Well,
you.
okay, now thanks Nisi, we're gonna pass on the torch to Bart. Bart, where's Bart? We're doing this live. Oh, and check out the carpet. Wow, check out what's going on there. Hi, Bart. I almost couldn't introduce you. I was like, YouTube extraordinaire guy. Welcome, Bart Baker.
Are we live?
Yes, we are live.
Whoa.
Did you tweet it out?
Yeah, I just tweeted it.
Good, thank you. There you go.
You look good. You've gone blonde.
I went blonde, well, because I'm filming Sorry parody on Tuesday.
Oh,
That's not the only reason why you went blonde.
That's one of the reasons, Shira.
Oh.
That's why it's a write-off.
Well, you don't need to be sorry. It looks great. It
Thank
looks
you very
great.
much.
Welcome to Trevor Live.
Welcome.
Thanks for
This is the
having
first
me.
time you're actually on the live stream. You
This
were
is the
my
first
date
time.
last year.
Last time I was your date, and I didn't get any live stream time. You wouldn't let me come on the show.
That's because you should have been my date.
That's why.
Exactly. That's the problem.
What the heck, Shira?
You're moving on up.
Ruined everything.
That's because you do your YouTube videos, but you're beyond that now. You're doing bigger things.
I'm trying to grow.
Trying to grow and build.
Trying to build.
And also do good things. You know, use your following and your community to do good.
Right.
Which I think is so important.
It is
So
important.
tell us why it's important to be here and support Trevor Project today.
I think it's just important, like you said in general, when you have a following that's, you know, very large, to use it and to shed light on stuff that people should know about that is positive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear
As opposed
you.
to just being like, I'm going to pump out videos left and right and I'm not going to do anything positive for the community. That's not good.
It isn't
You know
good.
what I mean? So it's good to show up at events like this and support. You got to do it.
And were you bullied, or did you deal with confidence issues growing up, or how do you get yourself through those moments?
When I was in like 3rd and 4th grade, I got these really awful glasses. They looked like horrible. I thought they were cool, but they were just awful. Tommy Hilfiger, disgusting glasses, and everyone made fun of them.
Really?
Yeah, they called me laser glasses.
Well, that's kind of cool. Lasers. I would actually
cool.
think.
I wish people called me laser glasses.
I think now looking back on it, they were pretty cool glasses, but people just weren't ready for them.
Well, even now, whether you're a kid or an adult, how do you get through those moments where you have confidence issues?
I think, especially as a kid, you got to realize that the people who are picking on you are the people who actually have the confidence issues. That's why they're doing it, because they don't feel confident about themselves. So if you look at them like that and be like, wow, that's actually kind of sad, then it's going to give it a whole new spin. So think about that next time someone picks on you.
Yeah, if you're watching this right now, don't you give up your laser glasses for anybody, okay?
No, I still got those Tommy Hilfigers. They're horrible looking, but I still wear them sometimes when I'm by myself.
Well, thank you, Bart, for being here today and supporting this. And we want to encourage all of you. You tweeted with the hashtag Trevor Live.
I did.
We're trying to get it to trend, but we're also using that so we can take your comments and questions for everyone here. We're doing it live, so keep those tweets coming. We're doing it live.
Your eyes match your dress.
I appreciate it. We're going to check out the Kimpton Award. Right now we have recipients and presenters coming up, so let's check that out right now.
Very cool.
Welcome back to the Trevor Live Red Carpet live stream. I'm Cheryl Lazar with Todrick Hall and the recipients of the Kimpton Award. Can you tell us what it's all about?
Yes, of course. I'm Connor and this is Maggie, and we're here on behalf of Kimpton Hotels and Restaurants, and we are so excited to be presenting the Kimpton Ambassador Award. And for those of you who don't know, the Trevor Ambassador Program is made up of volunteers across the country who work tirelessly to fundraise, to advocate for, to educate, and to generally support the Trevor Project in their local communities. The recipients of this award, the Kimpton Ambassador Award this year, are very, very active in their community, and we are so, so impressed and thankful for the leadership and the support that you've shown to Trevor this year.
Oh, congratulations.
So we are proud to present this to Amanda Mahan and Josh Coyne. I promised I wasn't going to get your last name wrong. I hope I didn't, but they are amazing leaders in San Diego and in Southern California, and they just tirelessly work, and so congratulations. We are so proud.
Thank you.
Do you want to say anything?
Well, we're just so honored to be a part of this and be a part of the San Diego Ambassador Program, and we couldn't be prouder to be accepting this on behalf of all of the other volunteers who do amazing work, and we wouldn't be here without them.
So these are the people behind your calls and behind the sites and the chats. What's one message you would say to all the people watching today?
I think our one message is that you're never alone. There's always somebody who is there. So if you're feeling alone, give Trevor a call.
There you go. Well, thank you so much again for all of your hard work and for your support at Kimpton Hotels. We couldn't be here without all of you. I know that RJ is on the red carpet with a lot of people. There's a lot of action happening there, so let's go to RJ. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, how's it going, guys? I'm here with Larry Zarian. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. You look amazing with the three-piece ensemble.
I have to say, you know that John Varvatos does it right.
That John, I think I've heard of him.
The JV, and I always say this since I'm in the fashion business, find the designer that makes you feel sexy, invest in it, and you know what? Tonight I feel sexy.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah.
I might just steal this from you. If don't leave it unattended.
I promise I won't, and the one I can't leave unattended is my twin brother Gregory, and head to toe, Mr. Turk. Oh,
Mr.
what?
Turk.
Yes, I've got a turn for Mr. Turk.
Yes, the velvet. Slaying with the velvet. So now, what brings you guys here tonight? I mean...
Well, every year at this time, we are on this red carpet celebrating, supporting, and doing what we can for the Trevor Project. As Marianne Williamson said so eloquently so many years ago, she said, if we don't take care of our youth, we can't blame them in the future when they hate us.
Cannot have said it better myself. And I guess, is there any performance you're looking forward to tonight?
We like Cheyenne Jackson a lot.
We do. We love our Cheyenne.
I mean, that's
He's
a
a
god.
staple.
That's a God-given gift.
I know. All right. It sounds like Shira and Todrick have someone really, really interesting at the front of the carpet. So let's throw it back over to them. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you. Pleasure.
We are here at Trevor Live with Matt McGorry and Asia Naomi King from How to Get Away with Murder, everyone.
Yes.
Hello.
A lot of your crew is out here, your squad tonight.
Yeah, we're coming in full force tonight.
roll deep.
We're representing. That's
You
right.
look amazing.
Oh, thank
I
you.
should be the styling expert tonight because I'm just commenting on clothes for days and days. I love this pocket that you're
Right?
rocking over here.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's amazing.
Rock in the pocket.
You got to notice the pocket, man.
I know. I'm
do.
sorry.
I'm feeling it.
I was mesmerized by her beautiful eyes and hair.
There you go. He's looking into
You
the
know,
soul.
yeah.
You were here last year.
I was.
And now you're a newbie to this.
Yes, this is my first
Tell
time
us about why it's important to support an organization like this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think organizations like this are essential, especially when it comes to supporting our youth and making them feel like they're not alone. And that's what's really beautiful about this. Crisis prevention, suicide prevention, when you don't have anyone to reach out and talk to, you don't know that there is a way out and that it does get better. So it's essential.
Yeah. I mean, there's people, from all over the world and all over the United States, and I think sometimes your community and the people you're around can feel sort of isolated at times, and it can feel like that's the only part of the world, and only those people in the world are the things that care about or, don't help you with the things that you need help with. And I think it's important to have people that you can reach out to and be able to talk about these things, because sometimes it's easy to take for granted, especially maybe in a place like Los Angeles when I think
We forget
in some
that
ways
this
very
is
accepting. Yeah.
exactly. This is like a small. We all think that this is the norm.
Right.
You come to LA, everything's accepted. There's a lot out there here in LA if you've ever been. But in other places in the country or around the world, let me tell you, as we've seen recently, things aren't as accepted.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Where you're from, when you were growing up, did you feel bullied or picked on, and how did you deal with that? Who did you talk to about those problems to overcome that for you too?
Growing up, I felt very lucky to be in a very just loving and embracing community, and so everything was normal, gay, straight, transgendered, that was all normal for me growing up. So, and I'm excited for the day when that's everyone's experience.
Yeah, I mean, I was very fortunate in the same way. I grew up in Chelsea in New York City, which is pretty accepting.
Yeah, I would say very, very, very
Exactly.
accepting.
So I think I had a very fortunate experience with that, and I think that's sort of, in some ways, like realizing the privilege that I've had in that way too. It's it's like partly important to pay it back for things like that too. And yeah, I mean, I did have my bullies, and my parents were really incredible with supporting me with that, which was really important. It's very strange. I remember the other day, my mom, someone was bullying me or whatever, and then my mom I told my mom I hate this guy or whatever, and she's like, well, he probably has like a really hard life at home. And I was just like, oh, that's an interesting.
Like empathy.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something on the other side happening.
But I was like, but I want you to side with me also.
Come on. Well, you do say on your Twitter account you're an activist. Like, why is that important? And because in the end on social media, there are so many trolls and people you don't need to be bullied when you're young. We're bullied sometimes when we're adults too now.
Yeah.
We're obviously as professionals, as actors, as people that put themselves out there in the public. So how do you deal with that? And raising awareness about important issues and not feeding into the crap.
Well, interestingly, I mean, as a heterosexual white man, there's not generally a smear that someone can give me. My mother's Jewish, so technically I'm Jewish. I had someone for the first time the other day call me a Jew in a negative way. I was like, oh, that's interesting. But as a straight white man, the only attacks can really be individual. And I think that there's, because I haven't really dealt with that, I feel more responsibility to try to help other people and be a voice for that and make other people in positions of privilege sort of pay attention and realize that we need to be a part of the conversation.
There you go. Well, thank you for being here and part of the conversation tonight. We appreciate it. Big fans of the show, of all the shows. I feel like not everyone's on here and tonight. And now RJ, I know, is busy in front of the carpet.
But when we come back, we are going to have Adam Shankman, the director of Trevor Live.
And also Michael Lombardo, who's being honored tonight from HBO. So many great projects and so much great work that they're doing right now. So let's go to RJ for that.
Oh. How's it going, guys? I'm here with Suzanne Cryer from one of my favorite shows on TV right now, Silicon Valley. How are you doing?
I am doing really well because I'm so excited to be here.
Your ensemble, let's just talk about it for a second. It is fantastic. You look like an Oscar. I love it. You said was it a vintage dress?
It is. It's a vintage dress. So it's like, it's old. It's really old. I got it in like some cool vintage shop and I was like, I'm going to find a time to wear this, and this is the first time I've ever worn it.
I could have swear it was off the rack. I mean, literally, if you had not told me it was vintage, I would have not known.
It's got that weird length, but then I have like my old Norma Kamali shoes with it. So I was like, I'm working the kind of like vintagey thing tonight.
I'm not gonna lie, because of your character on Silicon Valley, I thought you were gonna be serving some executive realness tonight, but this is fantastic.
I seriously try and avoid Lori Bream clothes when I'm not on set. She wears like Coach loafers and dowdy sweaters, but it's really, it's a beautiful thing to be able to go to work as a chick and not have to worry about looking pretty. I mean, it really seriously is.
Fantastic.
Because everything else is always like, hi, I'm on TV. And at Silicon Valley, that is not.
Must be a welcome change of pace. Thank you so much for stopping by.
So nice.
Okay. Do you have a favorite performance that you're looking forward to tonight?
No, I absolutely do not, because
the whole thing.
It's the whole thing, and there's so much good. And I know in the hands of Adam Checkman, it's going to be like a totally fun, crazy, fun evening.
Cool. Is there any part of the Trevor Project mission that resonates particularly with you?
There is. I have 2 suicides in my family.
No.
Yes, and brutal ones.
Wow.
And gun violence and suicide are 2 things I think about a lot as a mom.
Goodness.
And I just have to say that people are worried right now about gun violence, and they're right to be. But the reality is, in this country, the murder rate is responsible for it's number 16. Suicide's 10. It's the 10th cause of death.
It is. It really is. All right. Thank you so much for talking to us. I'm going to have to throw it back to Shira and Todrick over at the front of the red carpet.
We're back on the red carpet with Michael Lombardo from HBO being honored tonight. This is a big night for you guys.
Thank you. It is a great night.
And
it's
so
a really
why
big
do you
night.
think it's important for Trevor Project to be acknowledging your work? Like, how do you try to build more awareness through your programming and diversity?
Look, it's interesting. The film Trevor actually premiered on HBO about 18 years ago. So HBO has a long history of telling LGBT stories. Part of that is we're a progressive company, and part of that is we tell stories that aren't getting told anywhere else. And LGBT stories historically have been marginalized. And so, again, I think we continue to tell stories from voices that are often not heard. And unfortunately, we're still in a place where LGBT stories are so infrequently the subject of movies or television series. We're going to continue telling them and hopefully moving the world and changing opinion and having people care.
Definitely.
Would you have ever thought that 18 years ago, when Trevor aired on HBO for the first time, that this would be happening 18 years later?
Not
have this much star power.
Inspired a movement.
Inspired a movement, and here I am. No, never in a million years. And I think it's the power. What's great about it, honestly, is, and I'm lucky I'm in that business, the power of movies, the power of television, the power to change minds. It was a short. And it moved people so enormously. And you go, and television and motion pictures still have the power to do that and still do it. I do think, part of the recent impetus for changing public opinion is a lot about the fact that finally LGBT characters are on television in your homes. It makes a difference.
And with Transparent and everything happening in that space, that's changed a ton.
Unbelievable. Between Caitlyn Jenner and Transparent, all of a sudden, there's a consciousness, and people stop before they make a joke about something, and it's really powerful.
So anything we can expect from HBO in the next year? Any big programming
Well, I just
news?
saw, Danny, it's unfortunately the finale, but we did a movie of Looking that'll premiere in March. It's a beautiful, powerful, lovely movie.
And he's only reading my notes. We have a Twitter question. Don't get distracted. It's a Twitter question for you. At Hello Rizzotti. HBO always supports the LGBT community. What are you most proud of?
That's a hard one. We've done. What am I most? Look, I'm as a gay man, there's so much that has moved me, and as a professional, there's so much I'm personally proud. I think Looking for what it is in terms of, it's not a big story. It's not a story about HIV or about coming out or about struggle, but it's a story about living lives honestly as gay men and women, and that's proud that we did the first sort of post-Stonewall, post-coming out show. I'm also enormously proud of Normal Heart and Ben Played On, and you know, I think in terms of reminding people and what happened during the HIV crisis and how the government turned a blind eye.
A lot of the young people watching weren't around then.
It's crazy.
In the 80s.
Yeah.
I'm an 80s child, so you could say I wasn't as educated.
Yeah, I mean, look, when we were shooting the movie, a lot of the grips and PAs were like sitting there with their mouth, like, this happened?
Yeah.
They thought it was some kind of sci-fi. I was like, yeah, no, it happened. So I'm glad, so proud we got to have a little piece of history.
As a part of this community, I would like to say thank you so much for taking these risks. And I say risk because I know that sometimes it's a little bit like, should we do this? Should we do this? But people, thank you so much for doing that.
We're proud
hopefully
to do
one day it will not be a risk. So
I hope you're right. That's part of my job. I hope you're right.
Thank you for your work.
So much.
HBO, Michael Lombardo. We'll go to RJ right now, who has more action happening on the carpet.
How's it going, guys? I'm here with Jeremy Jordan, one of our performers tonight. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm very excited to be here. Cool. Live stream,
yes. It's another.
Could happen right now.
This is very true, but hopefully we'll keep things pretty tame.
Why?
Well, I don't. Well, it's. Okay, I'm sure this is nothing.
Fine.
I'm sure this is nothing compared.
Make the rules. You're the host.
I'm sure this is nothing compared to Broadway. Broadway, I'm sure, gets very, very interesting.
It does, especially when there's like red carpets and everything. People are kind of nutty.
Now, tell me, can you tell us anything about the number you're performing tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing a big Disney medley. We're honoring Disney today, and so they wanted me to throw together some stuff. So I'm doing a little nostalgia medley.
Did it hit you right here at all with the nostalgia at all?
Oh, Disney always hits you right there with the nostalgia.
Right,
so
right in the childhood.
Yeah, so I took all the stuff from my childhood and kind of just threw it all together in one big lump and then made that into a song. And so it's just gonna go like this on stage.
Wow, I cannot wait to actually see that now. Is there anything, because the Trevor Project is all about saving young youth, is there anything that you might want to give out there to the people who might be feeling like alone tonight or maybe, depressed or anything of that nature? Any message you want to send them?
Oh, I mean, of course. You guys, anyone who's ever feeling that, no matter who you are, whether you're young or old, life is an incredible thing, and there are amazing people that are always there to help you, and all you have to do is look in the right place,
exactly.
and what you have to do is just not. Is not listen to the people that are going to be hurting.
Exactly.
And doing those things that are going to cause negative reactions. And
yeah, exactly. 1-866-4U-TREVOR. That number is always there 24/7. I'm going to throw it back over to Shira and to Tadri, who have got some really important people essential to the show tonight, the host and the director.
All right, we're back here with the host of The Soup and the host of tonight, Joel McHale, and the director of Trevor Live, Adam Shankman.
Welcome, you guys.
We're all the same height. This is great.
I do. I feel like we're leveled. We're all equal here.
Where is this live right now?
TrevorLive.org.
Can I just tell you something right now?
What?
I am living proof that it's true. As you get older, you shrink. I've actually gone into that grandparent thing where I've started
in all
to shrink.
areas, right?
Pretty much. Yeah.
But you look fabulous at any height.
You guys should be co-hosts. You have like kind of a cool energy, like chemistry.
No, he's like, what?
Be like BJ and the Bear.
Or like the voice.
BJ.
The voice of God after you like continue
We
or
could
mess
be like
up,
Master Blaster. You could come out on my shoulders. It'd be great.
So are you going to do the appropriate, inappropriate things tonight? Make people laugh,
I don't.
cry.
It's going to be very serious.
We promised there'd be lots of laughs tonight.
I'm doing a scene from Iris.
Oh,
yeah. It's one of my favorite
slow descent into dementia. And
it's the thing that I.
No, of course
when I asked Joel to come on, I said, "Here's the thing. I know you usually this, but I think people are like starting to pigeonhole you.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So if you do that scene that you love from Iris, it
Might
will
be awkward.
be great.
It's either maybe Night Mother or Our Town. Maybe I'll play Emma.
Oh, I was in that play when I was
Really?
younger.
How did it go?
It was, it was the beginning of my career. What can I say?
And you're here. This is great.
I know. Moving on up.
Are you going to be in there, you guys?
Yes, we will.
What's
I'm going to be the token. I thought you meant in our town.
Token what?
I was going to be the token in our town,
So
There's a subway scene. There's a subway scene.
And you have to get the
We're going
token.
down a rabbit hole, you guys. There are a lot of
All
young
right.
people watching
Hi.
and that want to hear
So they don't understand what we're
words of
talking about.
inspiration and wisdom. Well, Google our town. No, don't leave the live stream and Google
This
that.
is going to be the
Tell
greatest
us-
live event that has ever happened.
Tell us why it's important to be involved in an organization like this.
Well, Adam has asked me for a few years,
Bugged
and
you.
he still hasn't put me in a single movie. And then he finally met my fee, and I said, I will do it.
Okay.
So when that
That's how that happened.
$75,000 finally
beautiful.
cleared this morning, I said, I'm coming in, and I'll host this thing that you're doing, the Trevor Lives Project, or whatever it is.
And you're going to donate all 75,000 of that to Trevor Live, right?
Absolutely
Or you're matching
not.
it, actually.
No,
so you're doing that plus you're
This is.
matching it.
Think about this. Yeah, Adam's matching it. This is such an. It's so important, and it's gotten so. Because of this organization, kids don't have to live, sheltered and scared all the time now. They literally, there was nothing like this when I was growing up. And especially when he was growing up in the 30s, he was selling newspapers on the street, and he went to the Five and Dime and would get a
Little known fact. Newsies was written about me.
get
I love that
a
musical.
sarsaparilla. So it's really important, and so many cool people come out, and as long as it's as loud as it can be and gets as much press. I'm sorry I hit you, it ends up being a celebration instead of a big downer.
So you have bullied us a bit tonight, but you've probably been bullied
Well,
too.
you were asking for it, I feel like.
I always do.
Yeah.
That's what they tell me.
But I just can't remember what area code we're in.
Yeah, I know. It's
anybody?
one of those kinds of nights.
Boom! All right, we got it. Okay,
So
that's right.
How did you deal possibly with bullying or confidence issues growing up? And you're at a place in your career and life where obviously it seems like, oh, you're so successful, but how do you deal with moments that you might feel down and things aren't going well?
For me now, it's
we're
usually
in the entertainment business, so every day.
Every day. I think red wine for me is how I.
Well, there are underage people watching, so.
Oh, wait till you're 21 to use red wine. No.
Talking to people is how I got through it. I actually knew better than to try to isolate too much, and I talked to people. And now this organization, actually, if I had this, I might have been too scared to call it, but knowing it was out there would have been a great help for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that.
Yeah. For me, I very early on was bullied a little, and it was horrible. And thank God for good friends who help. Like
comedy.
And just mouthing off to people and then running away as fast as I could. And then I got bigger than them, and I was, wow, this is horrible. No, but no, I think having good friends and something like the Trevor Project is an instant person you can speak to about this sort of thing.
So advice for all those watching.
We just gave advice.
No, you didn't. You just said how you dealt
hold
with it.
the mic up to your face so they can hear you. Make sure your makeup looks good. No, call. If you need it, call.
Call, text, chat. That's the whole thing. Call,
There you
text,
go.
chat.
I love it.
They might not be on the line, but you know they're there in spirit. Joel
Absolutely.
McHale is there.
Now I'd like to
in
show you
spirit.
something.
Oh, what?
Okay.
This phone case, ladies and gentlemen. It was attacked by Rainbow Bright.
That is my phone case.
This is a good amount of padding on one side, and then this side is. This
It's
is
very
really
interesting.
something.
Now I see you were really focusing on our interview the entire time,
Well, it was
Joel.
that.
How can you not focus on that?
We have to go and do
All right,
a
go
show.
to your show.
It's like a
Good
portal
luck
to
tonight. Have
so
fun.
much,
Thank you for your
Joel.
time.
Nice to
I
meet
appreciate
you.
it. Nice
Right
to
on,
meet
you
you
guys.
too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Here, I'll take
thank you.
this.
There's a different line
That
to call
was
if you have
fun. That's always
ADHD.
one of my favorites, having the hosts who are always usually comedians come on and make fun of us.
Exactly. And coming up to the stage, we have Jazz Jennings. You
Oh my! Wow, you look gorgeous.
I want to
Welcome.
be
Come on.
you, Jazz.
You are jazz fingers. That's whenever I think of you, I think of jazz fingers.
Jazz hands, yeah.
Right? What's it like to be here today and being honored with this prestigious title, Youth Innovator Award? So incredible.
I feel honored to be honored. I mean, the Trevor Project is a huge deal. They're, changing lives and saving lives, and I just feel so blessed to be here tonight and being able to represent myself and the transgender kids out there who might be struggling.
It's crazy, and your parents here too.
That's
Yes,
Welcome to Mom and Dad. Welcome.
You
We're
all
very
look
proud and we
amazing.
love her very much. That's what
I'm
Well,
sure.
I
we're
love
just
her
supposed to
very
say, right? You guys look great too.
Thank you.
How does it feel to know that you, at such a young age, have changed so many people's lives? Do you realize what an impact you've had on people by just telling your story?
People tell me that I'm really, having this huge impact, but I'm just doing what I can to make a difference, to, benefit other kids out there who might be having a hard time, or I just want everyone to understand that it's okay to be different and that you have to live your life authentically, and, hopefully I could accomplish that.
Did you always have this positive, optimistic perspective?
I think so. You'd have to ask them.
You're very fortunate.
She's always been optimistic
That's
and
incredible.
positive and confident and knew who she was from an early age, and that's why we're here today, because she's true to who she is in her
Well,
heart.
you have so many fans and people out there that are looking up to you, and here's one of them. We have a tweet from @PaulDiddy27. He says, "Is it ever difficult being a transgendered role model?"
It can be difficult sometimes because it's overwhelming and you think, oh my gosh, it's so hard, I have to represent everyone. But then I realize, you know what, I'm not representing everyone. We're doing this together as a community, hand in hand, and I'm just playing my part in, the step of achieving equality for all. So I don't take it as my responsibility, I take it as our responsibility.
You better preach. I want to be you when I grow up. I'm like, I need to get it together at this point.
What was 2015 like for you, and what are you hoping for moving forward in the landscape and for your community and for this community?
2015 was an amazing year. We have huge role models like Caitlyn Jenner. Also for myself, the show came out, I Am Jazz on TLC, so that was awesome as well. And I started high school this year, so it's been a big year for me and for the community as well. And I'm just hoping that things continue to progress, and I'm really seeing change spread out through society. So I hope that it continues to advance that way.
Okay, I just have to ask one more question because I'm such a huge fan of you. What is it like being in high school? Because when we were growing up, it was just a different world than what we are now. And obviously you have a very social, and very out there presence. How do people treat you right now in high school?
Honestly, everything's going great. I have great friends who stand by my side, who accept me for who I am, and no one really bothers me at all. I don't get bullied. I'm just chilling and learning. So, it's been pretty easy for me, and I'm thankful for that. But, of course, it's not that easy for all transgender kids out there, LGBTQ youth out there. So, I'm here tonight to represent them.
Yeah, and what advice can you say to those watching everywhere in the world in terms of, gaining that confidence?
You just have, the most important thing is that you have to love yourself and believe in yourself. If you find faith in who you are and you just, accept yourself, then you're going to be able to have a more positive outlook on life, and you'll be able to move forward happily.
And what about those people who might feel alone? What do you have to say to them right now?
I just say stay strong, keep moving forward. I'm here for you. There's people out there who are there for you, and you just have to look at the light at the end of the tunnel, because things may get better if you have a positive attitude.
There you go. Wow. I feel like
I just went to church.
Exactly. Jazz Jennings, everyone, you are an inspiration.
Thank you.
I'm sure more to come. We're going to see you everywhere just grow, and so it's great to meet you
And
here
you're also
tonight.
An inspiration parents
yes,
as well.
parents.
Yes.
For all those other parents dealing, and not knowing where to go with this, or their kids coming out to them, what do you say to those parents as well?
It starts with the L word, love. Support them and understand it's about them, and it's not about your happiness, it's about their happiness. So listen to them, love them, support them, and you can't go wrong. Listen to their hearts.
Thank you. Have a great night tonight. And we're going to go to RJ right now, who's, I'm sure, very busy.
Chops. How's it going, guys? I'm here with one of the performers tonight, Eli Lieb, and perpetual slayer of the game, Alex Newell.
Who, me?
Couldn't be.
No, not me.
So you are the one performing tonight. Do you have any pre-show jitters? How do you feel?
I feel good.
You feel real good?
Yeah.
And then are you just, you're not performing for us, you're
No, 2 years straight in a row. This time I'm sitting, I'm eating, I'm drinking, I'm laughing, I'm crying, I'm laughing.
His voice is still resonating from last year.
I know, I do, it's still reverberating in the chamber. Do you have any other, besides his performance, any other performances you're looking forward to tonight?
Titus, of course. Pinot Noir, ready for it. Ready.
Do you already? I feel like you could give us that number right here, right now, if we asked.
Yes, I could. I could. I honestly could, but I won't.
Okay.
I'm saving it. We're saving it.
Really quick before we go, I just want to have a pan of these two outfits, because first of all, look at the blue pumps. The blue pumps are just slaying everything right now.
Just a pop of color with my all blackness, black on black on black on blue.
I like pop color.
And then we've got some executive realness over here, elegantly understated. Yes, loves it. Yes, with that, we're going to throw it back over to Shira and Todrick at the front of the red carpet. Guys, what's going on over there?
Kevin Zegers is back with us on the red carpet at Trevor Live. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Another
Nice to be
year.
here. I know, yeah. I came last year for the first time, and
Now you're back. We didn't scare you away.
No, they asked me to present this year, so clearly I didn't make a fool of myself last year. So yeah, I'm presenting the award to Jazz, who I think you just met.
Yes, who's incredible to say the least.
Yes,
She should be the president at this point.
I agree.
Possibly,
she's still
you know,
very young, so
there's time.
But yeah, she's. I'm honored to be presenting her with the award. It's a pretty brave thing to be that age and that sort of secure in being able to just sort of be yourself. It's fantastic. So.
Why do you think you were chosen to present this award? What's your connection to jazz? Or is there a
Well,
story we don't know?
No, I mean I did a movie a handful of years ago called Transamerica, which was a a movie about a transsexual woman, and so I think. I don't know. I was with Adam the other day, and he asked me if I would present.
It works. There's a kid.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a connection, and I played a young kid who sort of knew who he was, and so that's sort of. I'm sure. Listen. I'm here, so they need someone to present her with. The
And you
award,
know
so.
what? So much has changed since that movie came out.
Yeah. It was kind of it was early on in the transgendered kind of conversation, so. Probably a little ahead of its time, but it's definitely much more in the forefront than it was 10 years ago. So
Well, thank
happy
you,
for that. Yeah,
Kevin,
thank you.
and congratulations.
Great. Of course, good
I'm
to see you
sure
guys.
we'll see you next year as
You
well.
will, I'm sure,
And
yeah.
thank you for your continued support.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
Of
All
course.
right.
Great.
We'll walk you out here.
Yes. I'm gonna give you-
You can give them the mic. And I know Polly Perrette is coming up from CSI.
I'm blown away by everyone's stories. Jazz is my favorite person in the world now. I just want to be her Instagram friend at this point.
She looks beautiful. To imagine how much she's gone through at a very young age. Yeah, and how confident and well-spoken she is. It's amazing because I imagine what I was like at 15.
I was a mess at 15. I would not have been able to come on stage looking like that and speak that well. I can't even do that now. I'm getting tongue-tied talking to her, and she's like speaking back to us like she's been doing it for years. I thought I was with
she's a
Oprah at a certain
pro.
point.
There you go. Well, we're going to go to RJ right now and see how he's doing.
How's it going, guys? I'm here with Andy Bird, Mr. Disney himself. In case you couldn't already tell by this amazing pin that you're in possession of.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, you guys have been a long-time supporter of the Trevor Project, if I'm not mistaken, yes?
Yes, indeed.
And this is not your first Trevor Live, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
I think this is my 11th.
Really?
I remember back in the day at the Wilton Theatre.
Wow.
Fun times.
What about it? What about the Trevor Project and their mission keeps you guys coming back?
I just think not only the great work that Trevor does, but personally, Trevor Live is one of my favorite, if not my favorite event. It is just so well produced. There's a real great atmosphere, a fun atmosphere here, and the after party's not bad either.
It's fantastic. All right, thank you so much for taking a second to talk with us. I'm sure you're a busy man, wanted everybody to talk to you tonight. Thank you so much, though.
Thank you.
All right, let's throw it back over to Shira and my personal favorite kind of hot toddy, Todrick Hall.
Hey, I'm back with Todrick and Polly Perrette. How are you?
I am really happy to be here.
I know. You continue to support in big ways.
Yeah, this is a good night, and I love the Trevor Project so much. It means so much to me, and the work that we're doing is literally saving lives every day. So just to have all these people out here for all the right reasons and supporting Trevor and knowing what we're doing, we're saving the lives of young LGBT people.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of work, and they are doing it, and it's because of us also putting in the money and resources to make it happen.
Absolutely.
It doesn't come from nothing.
Yeah.
What would you say to your 17-year-old self, since it is the 17th anniversary of the Trevor Project?
Wow, my 17-year-old self. It's going to be a really, really rough ride, but you will make it. That's what I would say.
And it's true, because things happen.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And you always feel in that moment that it's the worst thing that could ever possibly happen, but clearly you come out on the other side amazing.
Yeah, I think it's hard, especially when you're a teen, to really conceptualize of the journey instead of the moment. That really is hard. And then the longer you go on and you're like, oh, okay, so that happened, and it all just becomes sort of like a mosaic of who you are.
What's your favorite part of an event like this? You've come many years. What keeps you coming back? And how would you describe the energy here to everyone watching live?
I think one of the best things about any event where you have so many philanthropists together. It's just, I love being in a room with like-minded people. And it's this place, on earth, where everyone really is their heart's in the right place, and we're here all for the same reason, and that's to save lives. I love that part, and it's also really fulfilling whenever we raise a lot of money and keep programs like this going.
And it keeps growing, and to see the stats increase, it just shows how important the organization is. We're now actually going to go to RJ, who's on the carpet, but thank you so much for being here.
Thanks,
again.
guys.
I'm sure we'll see you next year, and keep tweeting hashtag Trevor Live, you guys.
How's it going, guys? I'm here with Damien himself, Daniel Francese.
Hey, what's up?
How are you doing?
Are we live?
Yes, we
are. Are we live at Trevor Live?
We are live at Trevor Live.
Yes, that is so awesome.
So tell me a little bit about, did you guys wrap shooting on the finale?
We just finished the movie.
Was it emotional, knowing it was gonna?
It was so emotional, but it's such a beautiful movie. Everyone's gonna really enjoy it, so.
Good, fantastic. And now I know, having an HBO show, I'm sure that's like your favorite, but like besides Looking, what do you think was your favorite HBO show?
My favorite HBO show, Sex and the City, probably.
Ooh,
yeah.
Iconic status.
Good. I missed the are you a Samantha or a Charlotte? It said a lot about people.
Okay. And now, as far as the mission of Trevor Project and helping kind of LGBT youth, is that something that really, really particularly resonates with you at all?
Absolutely. When I was a young gay teen myself, I could have used someone letting me know that they cared. So I think it's an amazing thing that this organization does, letting every child know that they're not alone. And here we are tonight, not alone, and surrounded by a bunch
the
of beautiful
opposite
people.
of alone.
The opposite of alone, surrounded by a bunch of beautiful people celebrating this amazing cause. I'm so excited. I've never been to Trevor Live before.
Neither have I. Are you looking? Which performance are you looking forward to?
There's so many. I mean, I'm just really excited to see Joel McHale too, who's I'm a big fan of. So that's.
I mean, he hosts everything nowadays, from like the White House to
He always makes me laugh. So here we are.
Fantastic. Now, here's the thing. My job, of course, as the style correspondent, I'm supposed to, comment on style. One of the things that Daniel rocks at every event is like the accessories. Show me your phone case, because this phone case, it's built-in selfie lighting. This is amazing.
Don't try me. I'm trying to look cute.
Just in case these lights aren't good enough.
But the most important accessory I wear is the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation ribbon, which used to be a very common accessory and now is scarce. So it's very important to keep
Let's bring it back.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back.
We commit ourselves.
Exactly. Thank you so much for stopping by. And let's throw it back over to Todrick and to Shira.
All right, we are here on the red carpet of Trevor Live, and the moment I have been waiting for all night.
Excited.
Rachel Bloom is here.
I am too. He's been like freaking out and tweeting you. I mean, I wasn't in this Twitter thing that you guys did.
I'm so flattered. Like I'm beyond honored to be shouted out by you on the Twitskins.
I am I'm
it.
fangirling. I can't wait for Crazy Ex-Girlfriend tomorrow night. I watch it every single week.
Wait, we just had our winter finale. There's no episode tomorrow night.
Oh, maybe because
it's not back till the 25th.
Well, maybe because he's watching on demand, probably.
No. I watch it live, but I didn't know that it wasn't coming out this week. That's very sad. But we're here to celebrate something exciting.
Yes.
Trevor Live.
Very important.
How? If first of all, okay.
Yeah.
What would you tell your 17-year-old self right now?
Well, I was very depressed as a 17-year-old, so I would say you need to get more sleep and see a therapist. That's what I would tell That's what I would tell myself.
Because obviously you're doing well, so how?
I think art. I think making art is how, most artists and comedians I know have been through anxiety and depression, and that's obviously what a lot of tonight is, about helping people who have that. And I don't know, that's kind of how I got through it. And then being supported by other people kind of unconditionally.
I have a question, because a lot of comedians have come here and it seems like their safe haven is always laughing.
Yeah.
How do you feel like finding some way to look at the situation and be able to find the funny in it is important to kids that are going through this problem right now?
Well, God, there's a levity to the situation, and it also gives you a perspective that you haven't had, but also I think it bonds you to other people who have it. I feel like humor is the way that I've connected with other people who've been having anxiety and depression, and it's because laughter is such a communal thing.
It's a conversation starter.
It's a conversation starter, and so
Yeah.
I feel like when you keep something a secret, you give it power, and so if you deal with anxiety and depression and, God forbid, suicidal thoughts in yourself, you give it more power. But if you discuss it with other people, you take away its power. You kind of let the air out of that tire, And I think that comedy is a great way to do that, to like communicate with other people about it.
And we want to remind people, if you are having any issues, 24/7, the Trevor Project is there for you. We're going to bring up that phone number right now in the lower thirds. It's 1-866 for you, Trevor. For you, Trevor, and the numbers. You can bring it up below, and we're bringing it up throughout this live stream. Also, trevorlive.org has all the information.
It's an amazing organization.
It is. And I know Sarah Silverman is coming up, so thank you so much. She's right here. We're back. Thank you,
I'll give
Rachel.
it to her.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sarah, you can come. You can come up. Oh, there,
good to
look at
see
that.
you. Oh my gosh,
Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, what is happening
Are you
tonight?
fangirling?
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
A lot of great
Are you guys
people.
excited?
I know. We want to hear what you
Tweet
think.
us and let us
Hashtag Trevor
know.
Live. We will be asking those questions and also commentary. Hi. Big fan of your recent. All your recent movies. I feel like I'm a big fan of the work you're doing.
Thank you.
I mean, I was always a fan, but I'm like very impressed. Just a shout out. I'm just like
I
threw you
became
there.
your number one fan when you were Vanellope and Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, thank you.
So good, awesome work recently, and also a lot of characters that are complicated and. I mean, some suicidal, depression, addiction. Whether it be in your real life or playing these characters, I guess, what advice would you give to people, going through that themselves? Because life can get difficult, and we can go through many ups and downs.
I would say suicide is a fleeting, whimsical, trigger kind of thing a lot of times, and I have friends who have committed suicide, and I know that they would rather be alive if they had a beat to think about it. Sometimes it's a long planned thing, but you owe it to yourself to reach out. And that's why I love Trevor Project. It's touched so many people's lives, and it's made a big difference. And it's shown people that life is worth living, and don't kill yourself. Ooh, why don't you just not kill yourself? I mean, nothing matters, and realizing that can either make you want to kill yourself or realize that life is worth living, and letting your freak flag fly and being your full authentic self is something worth doing, and something that's inspiring, and something that can even be heroic just by being brave enough to exist.
Wow.
Preach, Reverend
That was-
Silverman.
Pulled it out of my asshole.
Totally not authentic or sincere. No, that was beautiful and very well said. There's a lot of comedians or comedic people here that use comedy a lot. Has comedy helped you get through tough times?
Yeah, I mean, comedy by its very nature is a survival skill, something that all comedians learn to do at some point in their lives, usually their childhood, that got them through something. And we're all trying to survive our childhood. And even your parents that may be torturing you right now are doing so because they haven't figured out their childhoods.
My parents still torture me.
Yeah, they're just people, and they're not always right. And yeah.
And I was going to say my mom's probably watching, so I feel bad for saying that. I'm sorry, Mom.
Mom, you're doing the best you can with what you've been given, as everybody is.
So it's Trevor Project's 17th anniversary. What advice would you give your 17-year-old self?
Keep on trucking. You're doing great. Look at you. You just stopped wetting the bed. I think I was about 16 when it ended for the most part. Couple relapses after getting fired. I peed with 3 different men over the course of 2 months. Am I still keeping, and are we live?
Please continue. I'm really
what would I
enjoying.
say to my
I'm really enjoying
17-year-old
this.
self? I don't know. I just keep going, keep existing, and help others. Sometimes one way to get out of your own depression is by remembering other people exist and need help too.
Thank you. Yes.
Boom.
Boom. Drop the
Boom.
mic. It's over. We don't want to break the mic. No. Well, thank you again. Enjoy yourself inside.
you,
look
guys.
great.
Thank you so much. I'm going to help you off
Oh, there.
the
Thank you.
stage
I
because
need
I'm a
help.
gentleman.
There you
You're
go.
excellent.
You take it
You're a
from here, my
gentleman.
love.
Who wants the mic?
And thank you. Many more people to come. Darren Christ, tweet us, #Trevor Live. Let's go to RJ right now.
Okay, here we are.
Hey, alrighty then.
All right, so as the style correspondent, I of course had to pull aside style queen, TV queen, nightlife queen, Lisa Vanderpump. You look stunning tonight.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I'll take it. This is faux.
So let's hear a little bit about your work, because not many people know about your work with LGBT organizations. You are a fierce advocate.
Well, yeah, I think they do. I really do put myself out there in support of the LGBT community. I got the Equality California Award this year for the Straight Ally.
Yes,
and
#NBD.
Yeah, and I've ordained gay marriage. And
That's right.
I support the Gay Pride every year with the
That's
other
true.
float on my thing. So I think people do know that, and I've owned many gay establishments.
I've been to Pump a handful of times. It's a very, very, very classy establishment. And what is it about the Trevor Project's mission in particular that resonates with you?
Well, because if you look at statistics, still the suicide rate is so high, and you also look at, 1 in 4 kids are thrown out on the street when they confront their parents about their sexual orientation. So we've still got 40% of the homeless youth in America is LGBT.
Yeah, I think those numbers may have been updated. I'm not 100%, but it's still far, far too large.
Exactly. And so when kids are there and they're in time of need, to have this compassionate charity and organization, to have people at the end of the phone they can pick up and talk to somebody, I think it's incredibly important.
It is. 1-866-4U-TREVOR. Let's just say that number over and over again. Repeat it until it becomes obsolete. 24/7, we've got people there to talk to you. And is this your first Trevor Live? I don't.
No, not at all. Yeah.
She's been here like years and years. Do you have any particular performance you're looking forward to tonight?
No, I'm just here to enjoy the evening, but it's more about supporting the organisation and drawing attention to the organisation. That's why I'm here. I'm not a big party person, but I am passionate about supporting this project.
Thank you so much for stopping to talk to us. Continue to slay it for the rest of the night. Have a great night. We're going to throw it back over to Shira and to Todrick. What do you guys got going up at the front of the carpet?
Darren, Chris.
Hello.
A favorite
We're
here
live. Hello.
at Trevor Live.
Yes, we're here. A favorite. I'll take that.
Every
I'll
time
take
I
that.
say when Tyler's here, and you too. I mean, you guys know each other. I feel like I'm always in the middle, kind of between the.
That's a good sandwich.
Yes,
add the flavor.
I don't complain. Well,
people would pay a pretty penny to be in the middle of this sandwich.
This is a
right
good
now. I just want
sandwich.
you to
I'm
know.
okay. I feel honored to be in this.
I feel like there's always connections with my co-hosts.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of connections.
It's a small
here.
world. It's a small world.
Connection. No, a lot of people here are connected. At this point, the Trevor family is a family because of how successful this event has become over the years, and so
Mhm.
it's fun to kind of have familiar faces around to support this organization.
And how has it changed for you since you've been here? Like
This is my 6th. I've been to every single Trevor Live
Good for you.
since it started.
Thank you.
To the point where when people ask me, so why is it so important that you're here? It's like, I stopped even thinking about the cause. It's more like, I don't want to miss it.
Yeah.
I've got a full dance court. I got
FOMO.
to keep going. Exactly. Total FOMO. No, but it's always nice to be here, so I truly would hate to miss it.
I have a huge question.
Yes.
I don't know if you were bullied when you were younger, but has playing a gay character on television and being able to be exposed to all these kids who probably identify with you for so many reasons, has that changed your perspective of life and the way you speak to these fans who are going through something similar to what you portray on television?
I think what's cool about having gotten to play Blaine wasn't necessarily because he was a gay character, but because he was a character that a lot of young people related to, regardless if they are gay or straight. Just that general struggle of being a young person and having dreams and desires like most young people do.
Yeah.
And I think every character on Glee regardless of how ridiculous or real their plight was, there was somebody out there that was like, oh my God, that's me. And you know, I think there were so many times where there'd be a plot point or a line where I go, nobody says that, like that's crazy. And then I would have some kid come up to me, yo, when Blaine said blah 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 blah, that really hit home with me. And I go, oh man, that's because there are a lot of people out there, and you never know what resonates with people. So yeah, if it wasn't even necessarily specific to being bullied or being gay youth or anything, it's just, there's a lot of different variables of the spectrum that kids would relate to and be empowered by. So it wasn't eye-opening so much as really encouraging, and I felt really lucky to have been part of such a beacon of so much light.
Well, and those characters have continued to grow, and storylines and formats. I mean, we're seeing an expanding, use of the community in so much of media right now.
Yeah.
Right? Not use. That sounded weird. Like
no, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
We have to be very delicate with language. I know.
Yes.
I know what you're doing. I can hear it.
I mean, there is a lot of love, though.
Yeah, it's great. I think one of the other things that's important to remember about Trevor is it's not necessarily, gay advocacy. It's youth advocacy and letting people life advocacy and letting young people know and all people know that there's somebody out there to listen to you and to talk to, in times of trouble, and that really is the underlying goal of this organization. It's sort of making sure that people out there looking for help to let them know that there is help.
There you go. And what's finally a Darren Criss confidence motto going to
confidence motto?
Yeah,
man.
What's your motto, or do you have something you tell yourself, look in the mirror?
Definitely have so much confidence.
I don't know.
Or, something you tell yourself.
I will quote Oscar Wilde because I'll do this is like a pretty common quote. This isn't like something interesting. Ooh, like what interesting quote. Be yourself. Everybody else is taken. Like why bother trying to be somebody else? Like you're the only person that has been built the way you are, and that makes you way cooler.
I'm sure Oscar Wilde used the word way cooler.
Yeah, he said it 30,000 times more elegant than I just said it. But yeah, you're cooler than you think you are.
There you go. And take that, tweet it, #TrevorLive, because we want to trend tonight and support a great cause. We're now going to go to RJ, who's on the carpet right now with, I'm sure, someone special.
Cool.
Guys! Oh my gosh! I'm here with Cheyenne Jackson and his amazing husband. How's it going, guys?
Good.
You're becoming a regular fixture at these kind of events, aren't you? I mean, this is not your first Trevor Live.
It is not my first Trevor Live. Probably my sixth, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have any question as to why, I heard him rehearse, and oh my gosh, how do you hit those notes without your chest imploding?
When I first started singing super high, I used to really have to concentrate and I think after a while you just do it enough, it's muscle memory, so
okay,
yeah,
right.
But it's still, you have to really concentrate, and you really have to,
do you get to enjoy that wonderful voice at home in private?
I do. I do.
And this is, if I'm not mistaken, your first Trevor Live as a married couple, yes?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
How does married life compare to, engaged life, boyfriend life? Is it different?
I'll let you answer that.
Oh. Well, honestly, I didn't realize actually that the act of marriage actually made a huge difference. It was great. It's wonderful.
Really?
Yeah, it's wonderful to be married and to
Cool.
commit legally. It's awesome.
It is. It's nice having that piece of paper, the joint bank accounts, all that good stuff.
Sure. You're getting married.
I am getting married this spring. My hubby might be joining me later tonight. Who knows? I don't know. But it's not about me. It's about you guys.
Okay.
It's about us.
Now, is there anything you can tell me about or tell us teasing your performance tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing a song. I'm doing a Sam Cooke song called "Change Is Gonna Come."
I love that song.
Thanks. Yeah, I was just inspired with, obviously, in the last 3 weeks, what the world has gone through. I just kind of wanted to I just have stuff to say, and I think this is a great catalyst for that.
Okay, cool. And then what is it about Trevor and Trevor Live that keeps you coming back?
Well, it's always a great show. It's gotten bigger and bigger every year. Adam's done an amazing job with it. And it's just a great organization. It's a celebration of these people that give of their time. And here are these gay and lesbian transgender kids who don't have anyone to talk to, and it's this safe, wonderful place. It's a beautiful thing. I wish I'd had it growing up.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, is that anything that resonates with you, or something you wish you had when you were younger?
Oh my God, yeah. For sure. Do you, Sam?
I mean, for sure. I even grew up in Los Angeles, and even I come from an accepting home, and being here in LA, it still make a difference for sure.
And one more question before I let you guys go. I'm sure you have to go get set backstage, but because they're celebrating 17 years, is there any advice that you would give to your 17-year-old self?
Oh.
It's just.
Well, I know that like when I was 17, you have these thoughts that you think you're the only one with those thoughts.
That's so
and
true.
You're the only one questioning things like that, and you're thinking things of yourself that you think are crazy. And that's why Trevor Live is so important, is because at least know you're not crazy. We're all having those same thoughts, and that I think just knowing that sets people free, and that's why it's here.
So true. So it's incredible. How about you?
I would say to my 17-year-old self, just relax. And it's going to be okay. And wear more sunscreen.
No, you look fine. You look fantastic. You look more than fine. You look amazing. Thank you so much for talking with us. Don't forget, TrevorLive.org is where you're going to be able to donate to this amazing organization. At least $17 is what they're challenging people to donate, because it's been 17 years. But of course, you can give more than that. And with that, let's throw it back up to Todrick and to Shira at the front of the red carpet.
Thank you, RJ. We're right now with Brenna Whitaker, who's performing tonight.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm singing a song called It's Not That Easy Being Green.
And you are wearing all green, the nails, even everything.
Like you just came right out of the Emerald City, honey.
Thank you.
And that's an important song for this, because it represents something much bigger tonight.
Yeah, the message in the song is spectacular. The underdog, and it's beautiful to be different.
And we are embracing that tonight.
Yes, we are. I know, everybody gets bullied in some capacity, but what would you say to your 17-year-old self if you could give them a word of encouragement?
Ooh, well, take it easy, I was a chubby kid, so I know what that feels like. Yeah. And, being in Hollywood, it's like, it's hard, but you can do it if you just stick true to yourself, and be crazy.
I love it. Be
just
crazy.
Be crazy.
That might be the best quote of the night. Just be crazy.
Be wild. Be off the wall.
Be out of the box.
Yeah.
They should
Let
just
your
stop
true
making
colors
boxes in
come out.
Serious.
Whatever colors they may be.
Green, people.
Green is my color.
There you go.
Your eyes.
Well, we have so many performers tonight. Can you give us a sense of your backstage of who's going to be there tonight and who's performing?
Well, I'm excited for all the Broadway people, of course, because I'm a thespian. But Mr. Shankman kind of gives me goosebumps. He's so royal to me. So even just being near him, he's so old Hollywood to me.
Yeah, his energy and his confidence is just incredible.
And he's, the founder of The Feast, one of them, so.
I know, every year he continues to do it up and bring together everyone from the community, as well as, I would say, the thespians, the people that are actually, people that I never thought even knew could sing. Like Anna Kendrick, I think the first time hearing her sing, even before Pitch Perfect, was a few years back
she's
here on the Trevor Live stage.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
A couple years ago.
I was even before Pitch Perfect, and I was like, I didn't realize she could sing.
Yeah, that cups thing.
Yeah, that
and
changed life.
That
takes a lot more than just vocal ability.
That
That's
was
just
like
a lot
Sondheim, like rhythm.
Well, we want to continue thanking everyone who is tuning in. We want to encourage you to, do you tweet?
Yes.
Okay, to tweet with the hashtag Trevor Live, because we are going to be going to we have our phones, we have notes and phones everywhere, but we will go on our phones and we'll be giving shout outs to everyone. We want to hear what you think, how you continue to get yourself going if you're feeling down. Just support the cause, and of course donate trevorlive.org or put bids on the auction, because all that money, when you get something really cool and great, but you also support the cause. And Trevor Projects is about a lot of things, and let's hear more about some of those things right now.
I was feeling so alone.
I was going through a really difficult time.
I was embarrassed and a little scared.
I didn't want to bother anyone.
I didn't think they'd understand.
I thought it would just make things worse.
It was tough at first, but I did it.
It ended up taking a huge weight off my shoulders.
I feel a lot better.
I'm glad I asked for help.
I asked for help.
I asked my aunt.
I asked my dad.
I asked the Trevor Project.
Now, I feel like I can get through this.
I know that I am brave.
You can do this.
Whatever it is, ask for help.
If you're thinking about suicide or need support, call the Trevor Lifeline at 1-866-488-7386
Trained counselors are there to help 24/7. Ask for help.
Shira with Tadra Call and Justin Leach from Toyota. Toyota Financial Services continues to support the Trevor Project, Trevor Live, and of course this live stream, so thank you.
Oh, of course. We're so happy to be here again. This is what, year 3 or 4 for us? And we've been doing this for a little while now.
I know.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Yeah, no, thank you guys. And it's so nice to meet you. Oh my gosh, thank you for coming out and doing this. Are you kidding me? When we heard you were doing this, everyone freaked out.
Well, thank you.
We love Shira. Shira's been doing this for years.
I know.
Love
I'm
her.
oldie.
And thank you so much for coming and
I
doing this.
freaked out when I found out I was going to be doing it. I'm so excited to be here, and you look amazing
Oh, well,
tonight.
thank you. I appreciate that. I love this. Man, Mutual Admiration Society here.
Why is it important for your organization to support this event? Why do you keep coming back?
You know, Toyota has been doing this for a number of years. This organization, Trevor Project, is an amazing organization. We do a lot of supporting, we support a lot of different organizations like this, but this one I think touches a lot of hearts. You know, the crisis intervention that they do, the suicide prevention that they do is just amazing work, and the folks who work those phones and the Trevor chat online, amazing individuals, and the dedication that they have is really inspiring, and that's what inspires us. And a lot of our people at Toyota, across the entire Toyota family, support this organization.
What are you the most excited about for tonight's performance?
Oh my gosh, every year it's amazing. I'm blown away every single year. The performances are fantastic. Sarah Silverman, oh my gosh.
Wait. So I love when so now you have time. So I actually, because I've been watching, I watched her recent movie, the Smile movie. And then she's obviously HBO is being honored tonight. She's on an HBO, is it a show or a special right now?
She's always doing
Miracles.
something,
She's always doing something. But
stuff.
very complicated characters recently. So I kind of applauded her on that, and I think she was like, okay, here goes another host giving me. But I was like, no, I've been really watching a lot of your stuff. So that was, and then she just went on this amazing speech.
It was like a Martin Luther King meets Chelsea Handler type situation.
And we will be putting that up on the Trevor Project YouTube channel. So if you missed that Sarah Silverman moment, subscribe to their channel, and that will be up probably in the next 24 hours.
I always watch it on YouTube after this. I don't have a chance to watch it live the whole night, but on YouTube, always, like tomorrow, I'll watch this whole thing again.
Yeah, watch it again.
It's a party. Let's hang out. Let's do it together.
Yes.
All right.
All
cool.
three of us. It's a
We
day.
will. You can go back to this live stream. A lot to watch if you missed a bit of it later tonight or tomorrow. Right now, we're going to go back to RJ, who's been awesome tonight.
Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this Trevor live stream red carpet. I'm here with all these people. Did you guys have a good time tonight? Fantastic. So once again, I just want to reiterate, let's not forget the whole point that tonight is about saving our youth. So make sure you donate at trevorlive.org. Make sure you use that text to donate. Make sure that if you yourself are feeling like you're in crisis or you need help, 1-866-4U-TREVOR or trevorproject.org. Thank you so much for all of us here at the red carpet. See you guys next year. Bye!
Yeah, love the fans.
This is my happy dance.
That's your happy dance.
Because the show's
There's a lot
about
to be happy about. So I'm on Twitter we have been encouraging you to tweet with hashtag Trevor Live. So we need to give people some shout outs.
Let's do it.
Shall
I
we?
love that.
All right, we got Cecile W. Price, celebs on the red carpet that are familiar with RJ and Will's life. I couldn't be more proud. Shout out to RJ and Will.
We got Raina over here who says, please take a picture with Darren Chris, which I would love to do. I will make sure to do that and post it.
Oh, Jeff, love watching and learning from Trevor Live. Thank you for watching. We love that you're learning. That's what it's all about.
Yes.
So, and keep on learning on the site. We have Roman who tweeted an awesome moment with Rachel Bloom. Someone tweeted you out. Toddy Rockstar is killing it.
Oh, stop it. Thank you
Sophie.
One day till PTX. Thank you so much.
Joelle, who loves RJ. We love him too. Laurel, also another one. They talked about your tuxes. They loved your tuxes.
Oh, thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
Michaela, who tweeted out Darren Chris's quote, "You're cooler than you think you are."
I love it.
Then that is true. We got to tell us.
Thank you,
all
Michaela
that.
Z.
And Dawn, who's tweeting. We have That's Claudia. And so many more. So thank you. Oh my God, I could continue going. We really appreciate all your support. Maura, dude, I casually put on the Trevor Live YouTube live stream for 2 seconds and Darren was talking. Yeah, we had everyone here today.
He was talking. I love it.
So thank you again for your continued support every single year, tuning in to the Trevor Live Red Carpet live stream. We couldn't be here without all of you. Keep on tweeting all night long. Watch the live stream, some amazing moments. Let us know your favorite ones. Tweet GIFs, pics. We might retweet you or love, heart your tweets.
And thank you for looking amazing and being awesome. I really felt comfortable being here tonight because of you.
So much love here.
So much
It's
love.
an honor once again on behalf of the What's Trending team. Check us out at youtube.com/What's Trending. But this is a highlight every year to be part of this. It really is.
Well, I hope to be back every single year.
You will be invited. And now I guess this is our goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone. And now this is a great way to say goodbye. The final song to close this live stream up, Beautiful Child. Take it away.
Beautiful child, know you were loved somewhere out there. Beautiful child, beautiful child, know you were loved from heaven above. Don't be scared, don't leave us now. I know you don't know how it's gonna change. Don't leave us now. I know it seems like things won't rearrange. Beautiful child, know you were loved somewhere out there. Beautiful child, don't hide away. Your light inside, it needs to shine. Don't go away. You know you've got so much to say. Beautiful child, know you were loved somewhere out there. Beautiful. When the nightmares keep going and the days are getting worse, when you feel your mind is blowing and your life seems like a curse, just know you are loved. Beautiful child, know you were loved somewhere out there. Beautiful child, beautiful child, know you were loved from heaven above. Don't be scared, don't be